Oh, sorry. Yeah, my Stream Deck just did something weird. Sorry. Let's start again. Go Jam, hype, hype.
Is it working now?
Yes, now it's working.
Right?
Yeah, my Stream Deck was of course like we have to have some technical difficulties always here. So like my Stream Deck, when I pressed the button, it said like error. I didn't notice that. So sorry. So
Ah,
yes, uh, yeah, we have a special guest, Antti Törmänen, famous from. Do you want to be a millionaire question in Finland? You might know him from also from Go, playing in Japan, one done professional. And when did you became a professional? It was some years ago already.
it was way too
15.
much already. 5 years ago?
Yeah,
Right,
15.
yeah. And then we have, of course, our favorite teacher from Europe, Jeff Su, Sixten, as always. Welcome, everyone. We have a lot of people already in the beginning, so we might,
26 already.
yeah, we might. This might be our like biggest stream easily. So yeah, hello everyone.
Hi all.
So we are going to talk about Go a little bit differently than we usually do on this channel. So like there might be some Go philosophy things and Trumegos and we might even look at the Grand Prix games, which is going on at the moment. We try to like be a bigger stream than the official Go Go stream for that. So
We have a goal there.
and also, I might get food soon because I got free pizza, but it hasn't been delivered yet, so it might come anytime. So if I have to do that one, I can just eat and they can talk for me at the same time when I eat. I haven't eaten anything yet. I still just have my coffee from the moving.
Wait, what is Hikago writing here? Hikago is writing about the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right?
Before the options were revealed, Jennifer said she had read about the player in the news on the day of the taping, but she was not sure if she could remember his name. After the options were revealed, she decided to ask the audience. Only audience member, a 12-year-old Casper, stood up. This was the only time during the season when less than 3 people in the audience stood up during the lifeline. Casper said the answer is probably Antti Törmänen, and Jennifer
I'm
said she
famous.
would be ice cream. Yeah. Yeah, that's the
People know.
yeah, well, the most famous moment in Go history in Finland. Being
Just
a
one way
question
to
in
get there.
yeah. But yeah, so nice to see so many of you. So yeah, we still have the nation thing going on. In case you want more of this, this can be just like a relatively regular
Yeah.
thing. Also, like more you donate, more you get Antti. So at the moment, it's just for this one occasion. But in case you like here. And you have some extra money, you can donate. Donation thing is down below in the description. But yeah, should we warm up the Go people here and show the Trumego?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So just because I thought it will take some time to get a proper big audience over here, so I thought we could have some filler. And I've got this book that some people most likely read about on nordicgodojo.eu. This is Ohashi Sixtant's new Tsumego book, just recently released. I think you cannot still get it in Europe or anything. And it's kind of like a modern Igo Hatsioron, if you know what Igo Hatsioron is. Mikko knows, right?
Yeah, the very hard collection of problems.
Funshave is asking if I'm trying to get rid of the audience here. Now the point is that you are supposed to not be solving the problems. We have Jeff and Mikko solve the problems and have a horrible time out of it. Or great, depending on how you think about it. So just a moment, I will put the problem in here. I'm sure at least Jeff will have a good time here. And there's a distinct possibility that Mikko will get the solution quicker.
Yeah, let's see.
There you go.
I see. So there is an Atari.
So black to play.
Yeah.
So what level is it? So the difficulty scale of this book is quite interesting. Here it's in Japanese, so you most likely cannot read it.
Looks like
But
Japan.
it basically reads like 1 star is the easiest, so that's amateur Dan players. 2 stars, amateur high Dan players. 3 stars, Japanese prefectural champions. 4 stars, A-class Insei. 5 stars, pro. 6 stars, human top players. 7 stars, spacemen or aliens.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So
Aliens.
this is a 2-star problem. This is just amateur high Dan.
Just amateur Haydn. Okay.
I guess later in the stream, if we don't have content, we can have a look at the spaceman problem. I don't
Right.
know if there's just one or more, but
Yeah, because they say like if there would be aliens, they would play Go, right? That's the saying. I don't remember where it is from, but
it was Edward Lasker, maybe Lasker, from like 100 years ago or so. Yeah, it's a kind of famous quote.
Yeah.
But I don't think Ohashi Sensei is actually talking about that here. I think Ohashi is just more like in a kind of Chinese mindset, thinking that he's an alien.
Right. Yeah.
Shooting is the kind of a meaning. Because he thinks he's weird.
Ah. All right. Yeah, we have this thing. Not both redeemed to play the compilation video. Do you just want to like a shorter one because like we have many of you in the audience now, so like who hasn't been here, so I guess we might show this one. It's a 1-minute version of the
Sure.
longer one. So this is what we usually do here. So in case you haven't been here earlier, we stream on Fridays with Jeff commenting on top European games. So this is the short compilation of 2020. Enjoy.
The games for you.
What? That means I don't understand Go much. This kind of stuff.
With this shape.
I would have stopped.
Yeah, we couldn't have too much fun. Let's look at it go here.
No fun, just go. It'll be fine.
There you come over. I want to talk with you. There shouldn't be such a story.
What?
Oh, really?
Whoa!
Because what is this for?
For torturing you. How he dare!
Age 14.
This is the children. This is children too.
I'm the owner of the horse.
But it was a very big fish.
They are meat.
It's very difficult to sacrifice your baby like this.
Block.
Yeah. Yes!
Why the net move is way too easy. What?
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 What? What? What?
Yeah, we have that emote too.
Tomorrow we're gonna talk more about people's life under dictatorship.
I know where the demon is. You are the demon.
Oh, Father.
Okay, we are back. And yeah, during that 1 minute we were like discussing about the problem, like do we have any idea? And I said like, well, my thinking is A1, and Jeff didn't have any idea. So like, what do you think about my idea, Jeff? I mean, I didn't find anything else than Go, so I don't know if my answer is correct. That's why I was like hesitating. Yeah.
I didn't find anything.
Oh,
I
sorry,
didn't
you
even
were
find a
muted
code.
again. That happened again. Why? Oh, because sorry. Yeah. No. Just go on. Like yeah, Jeff is muted again. I fixed it to our normal scenes, but this is a new scene, so like yeah.
What?
So during the one video, actually, Jeff was
Spaceman
one-
donated
Jeff
5.
Stonks Sven Juk and get Go Stonks
Spaceman, is
instead.
this Ohashi Sensei or?
Wow, thank you. 5 euros for getting stonk. Or what was the message? Thank you.
Yeah, so during the video when everybody was watching, so Jeff was talking there, we three were talking, and Jeff just basically said that I have no idea, I have been reading for a while and I don't know what's it. And Mikko just said, I think it's A1. And that is actually correct. So I predicted what would happen.
Echo audio?
Yeah.
Echo on audio?
Or do you have two streams on, or like I don't see any echo in my end. No problem. Okay, yeah, problem.
yeah,
so-
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And I saw Doyan. Hello, Doyan.
But yeah, so I think if we look at this as an end game problem, it might be good enough for Black to just take the
Yeah.
5 stones, right?
Yeah, just that
Yeah.
one, right? Because
Because,
if you do that
white
one, then you
cannot-
connect. Yeah.
So,
Especially if you take it in center, then that's probably like depends on like in which part of the game this comes, but that might be better than just killing it in Gote, right?
So it's kind of like this happens, right? And Black will capture,
Yeah.
and then it's a question of if White will play A or not, right?
All right. Yeah. Do you need it?
You do need to play it, but also, how big is this White move right now? It might be that White will just play elsewhere and leave it here,
Yeah.
but the group is half alive.
Mm-hmm.
If we talk
Okay.
about it in terms of the end game.
Mm.
But if we're talking about it in terms of life and death, you want to as much to all of it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, chat. Do you have any ideas why A1 might be the thing?
basically,
Because I mean, if you have seen this kind of problems, it's always something stupid like that. So like that's the
And-
yeah.
this is why I said that Mikko might get this problem right first.
Yeah. Because Jeff
That's
will
right.
go through like some normal answers first. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's after
Yeah, so
all, like,
A1
normal
how
gameplay.
is correct for life and death purposes here.
Mm.
So
So then you play like D3.
yes,
Because if you play
think that's
D2, then
done.
it's like a. Yeah.
cool.
Mm.
So yeah, if you play D2, then there is like a nice double Atari thing.
D2 is. I guess we can even play this one first, and then just.
Oh, that
connect
it.
yeah, okay, that just works. Yeah, okay.
Mm.
And
Jeff is eating the fan, eating his fans.
Well, I'm thinking.
E1. So in that case, Black takes these stones out from here, and just sacrifice 3 stones, right?
Right? Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. This is nice.
Yes.
That's the same
Yeah.
goes with the other descent, right? Like if you play like A3.
A3, yeah, you still do the same thing.
Yeah.
So you can get a kind of a dead 3 stone shape there in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So well, that's the opening problem of this book.
Yeah, that
Okay.
prevent basically what this does is it prevents A2 to be center. Because that's the problem if you like just Atari like D3 now. So then White will play like A2 in center and then leave. So that's what it does like in practice.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, your thinking is right.
And
Like
also
basically-
creates the core shape there, of course. But like yeah.
Ohashi decided to throw it in this one first. Yeah. Yeah. So the problem is that if White plays this A2, can you kill this White group with 2 stones?
Yeah.
So you give White a stone first, and you play 2 stones. Can you kill it? That's the question.
Mm.
Right. Yeah.
And there's a pretty small combination of 2 moves that will actually kill this. Like for example,
A1
If you-
and A3.
go down, and if you get 1 more stone now, can you kill it? I don't think you can kill it with if you
Yeah. Yeah.
move now.
Yeah.
So
So
you
that's
cannot
why
play
it cannot
here.
be that one. Yeah.
So it's basically just this and this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we can read this far, then we already know that Black's move is one of these 3,
Right.
because we have to
yeah,
fight
must be,
against
yeah.
White A2.
I know that much. Mm-hmm.
So does A3 work? Or no? No.
So A3, I guess it's going to be Atari here, right? And it's gonna stop here.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dusty Padu,
Go Jam.
thank you for €4.94. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
And it should be the same problem with this one as well, I guess.
Yeah. This one will just capture the 2.
Just capture it to straightforward.
Yeah, this is the one I read the longest.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so not sure if starting with Tsumego is a good thing, but this A1 was just, it's way too fun when you get it right. It is kind of a problem. The moment
Yeah.
you get it.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool problem as a first problem of the book.
Yeah,
So,
there's 100 altogether.
So yeah, where do you get this book if you want to play it?
I guess right now you can only get it in Japan, I think, most likely.
Ah, okay.
Publisher is Japanese. The book is in Japan, not in Japanese. And I'm pretty sure they don't ship outside.
Oh, Marcel posted the link earlier. Okay, can you post it again? Or what is this? You'll probably be able to buy the PDF version.
Oh, I see.
Ah, okay.
Uh-huh.
PDF available for
mynavi.jp.
Okay, so if you can read Japanese, then this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, thank you, Marcel. Yeah.
You're sure there's going to be a PDF?
Starting
it's
the
going
whole
to be-
day with Tsumego, I won't complain. Yeah, Dave is streaming Tsumegos very often in the very early morning.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So in case you are interested, you can go to Dave's channel in the mornings.
Saturday morning Tsumego. Sure.
Yeah. Where is my pizza? It has been like 1 hour from that. They said like I would get it, so I still
Did you actually eat anything yet today?
No, I'm still waiting for that one because I ordered the pizza like 3 hours ago. So like, yeah. Well, I guess we can move on to other things, or
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tsumego is just here for the time being.
yeah, just to open your brain.
Pizza.
Yeah, where's the pizza? I don't know.
I guess since we are still here on the topic of Tsumego, just the kind of process I used here for solving this problem might actually be worth talking about, because it's about also how to think about Go in general.
Yeah.
Not just for Tsumego, but like quite often, if you don't know what you should be playing, you can at least look at what the opponent might want to play, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, if you do have this kind of a difficult problem here, and you cannot see an obvious idea for your first move, then you can always just flip it around and try to think, well, if the opponent were to play, what could they play to do the solve the situation or to make it more solid for themselves, right?
And I guess that's why Jeff was looking at the A2 for the longest time, right?
Yeah. Yes. So immediately we can most likely we can see right away that white A2 is a very easy living move, right?
Yeah.
There might be other moves that live as well, but A2 is going to be the easiest one.
Yeah.
So if we can identify this as something we have to prevent, then we still have to think about how to prevent it, right? I mean, playing the exact same move is sometimes good.
Yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't work. But to prevent some opponent's move, you just it's not the case that just playing the exact same move is the only way. You can also make it so that the opponent's move just kind of loses its purpose, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, in this case, when you play A1, so the A2 just becomes a throw-in that you just don't want to play, right?
Right. Yeah, and then you get also other benefits like the core shape there. So yeah.
Yeah. And this works very often for Tsumego. This is actually how I most often solve Tsumego. But it can even work in opening problems. Like if the opponent is building a moyo, let's say, what kind of a hypothetical situation would be good? But like if they have two big walls on both sides, they want to start thinking about a cap, right? Or a kind of a lid to seal it from the top, right?
Yeah.
So one move you can think about is to play around there yourself, right? To reduce it, to make it impossible for the opponent to kind of seal the moyo from the center.
Yeah.
Or you can just invade the moyo, because if you live inside, then the opponent just doesn't need to lead anymore, right? So you can prevent the opponent's move, or you can kind of defeat its purpose from the start.
Yeah.
So those are in general two different important ways of thinking.
Yeah.
If A2 worked, the problem would be less difficult than the actual one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
A2 worked,
yeah.
quite straightforward, yes.
Yeah, that would be the normal thinking, and that's usually
Mm.
what you think first, because of like the reason it being like the best move for white. So yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually where the eyes go first.
And I guess many times, like in Tumegos, they try to teach you some, especially in good Tumegos, they try to teach you some kind of thinking, and yeah, in this kind of thing, it's like to prevent the A2 and like get some benefit at the same time, kind of thinking.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best kinds of Tsumego usually have some kind of core idea or something behind it.
Yeah. What I mean is that is an extra layer of difficulty you do prevent A2, but not playing A2. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, so to attack the move's meaning, attack the opponent's move's meaning. Oh, that's complicated.
Right. Yeah.
But it's also something I've been thinking a little bit recently. Like, could this be one systematic difference between, at least between Japanese Go and European Go? Do you think, Jeff?
Mm-hmm. You mean this is the fundamental difference, or
What
a fundamental?
difference?
Ah.
I mean, just as a general way of thinking, don't you think it's more common for Europeans to just say, "Oh, you want that? No."
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just seeing what the opponent is doing and preventing it directly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you could be doing something like, "Oh, you want that? Sure, I can let you do it, but if I do this, that idea isn't so good anymore, right?"
Yeah.
True. Yeah, European top players often just directly say no. Directly. Yeah.
Yeah. And the negotiation is like missing there completely. They don't go like
Yes, no.
can I get like 100 euros to punch your face, or or 90 or 60 or yeah. That's a very interesting point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, just something I've been thinking about. I'm not sure if it's true, but there was some truth to it at least.
Mm-hmm.
I think one is the value of studying pro games in no longer and memorization kind of way.
Mm-mm-mm. Especially the kind of pro games with longer thinking time, I guess. It usually takes you some time to, because to be able to do the kind of thinking here, you first need to see what the opponent is doing, right?
Yeah.
And then after you see what they're doing, then you need to start thinking about different ways of countering it or working against it. Even if you don't prevent it directly, you need to see what the opponent is doing, what kind of merits they have with their move, and you need to continue thinking from there. So it takes more time for sure.
Right. What is the outcome of the 100 euro goal? Its outcome is that the bar just goes longer, but so we don't have any certain goal, but like more you donate, more you get anti. So like if you donate now enough, we get another stream with anti in the future.
Yeah.
So like before this one, before you started to donate more, that money will go to this stream, but yeah, now more you donate, there is a chance that we get also another stream. So yeah, that's the goal. Not like 100 euros. Like after 100 euros, we just extend the bar. So
you can invest the money in GME and we can have anti forever. Or how about Dogecoin?
Dogecoin. Yeah.
How do you say it?
Doji. I don't know.
That was so weird, actually. I just found out that I actually had a very small voucher of Dogecoin, which I hadn't cashed out of.
Right. So it might become a huge one very soon.
No, I cashed it out now, but it had become 100 times the original. Of course, it was a very small amount to start with, so
right.
big
Okay.
deal.
Yeah. Right.
Just so weird.
Yeah.
Like 50 cents becomes 50 euros.
There was also a question about your Go. Like, does Antti play European or Asian Go?
That's a generation ago. Jeff, can you answer?
Yeah. Because of the difference of time setting, and that is actually fostered a different habit, and of course, the auntie is playing Japanese Go. And I'm not sure if, for example, auntie one day, if auntie come back to Europe and play, let's say those kind of like a Takabotku, like those kind of weekend tournament, and then 1 hour each. I'm not sure if auntie can actually adapt to European Go again, because then kind of auntie need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for now clearly, because tournament game is 3 hours, so then clearly it's Japanese Go. It's a time setting.
Right. Yeah.
It also does help a lot that the surrounding is also. All my opponents are Japanese as well, so I will just kind of take their playing style in with osmosis, that kind of thing.
So how about the Congress then? Is the Congress like different kind of setting completely, or?
Yeah, it is. I would say Congress is closer to Japanese Go, but in Japan, auntie play 1 game per week, and in Congress, they still play every single day.
Yeah, that's true.
Even
that's
if
true.
you just play the main event.
Yeah.
So there's still, let's say, besides the Go itself, there's a physical competition.
Right.
Yeah. So that's like a marathon, like that you play every day Japanese Go. So that's,
It's still more feasible than a weekend tournament, but it's still when you get to 5th day or so, it's like, I want a break.
Right. Right.
Being there, done.
Normally, let's say in Congress, if I'm player after 3 days in a row, something like that, the 4th day, I definitely will gonna be out. I'm not gonna play. Yeah.
Right.
It's not fun anymore.
So if you would like to play just Japanese Go in Europe, you can go to Congress like to play like 2 or like maybe up to 4 games. Yeah.
Yeah, you can play 3 games, then have a short break, and then maybe play 3 more games, and then be done, right?
Yeah. That way, the problem is just that the pairing will be. I mean, after you take the break, the pairing will be problematic.
True. Yeah. True.
Oh, I see. Get paired down.
And especially if you're playing on top, then you cannot even enter the very top if you are like missing some rounds. So.
Yeah.
There's a break on Wednesday and weekend anyway. Yeah. Well, weekend is not break if you play weekend like me. Like I try to play everything otherwise.
A break if you're in the European Championship, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
How is the system nowadays?
They have a different schedule. They may even play like on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So
they might even.
Yeah. So their system is completely different. But for normal players, like not in the top group, they have a Wednesday break, and if you don't play weekend tournament, then you have also weekend as a free. So yeah, then you have like 2 break days if you play the weekend like me. So.
But like some people also play the weekend and then all the side tournaments, and then it's like 10 hours a day.
Yeah. After your like 6-hour game, you go and play like a fast game, and then evening some kind of beer go or whatever, and then
I used to like it, like let's say 10 years ago when I was still young.
Yeah. You're not young anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Oh, those days.
Or might be some difference with Jeff entering the picture and just saying that concentrate on the important games.
Yeah, I will still say that.
Yeah. See?
Wednesday break on US Congress. I haven't been in US Congress. I don't know if they have breaks there. How many games they have?
Actually, although it seems a bit expensive.
Whoa, Pouta, thanks
We
for...
need betting on how many we will get this stream.
Right, yeah. If a moderator can do the betting, I haven't done the betting thing myself. How do I do that?
Betting?
Yeah, there's like a new feature in Twitch that you can create a bet that I guess it's mostly like yes or no kind of questions, or like 2 different options, like will the player die in the next 30 minutes or whatever. So
that kind of thing.
you can bet the channel points, and then you get like more channel points if you win, and that kind of thing. Sounds very Asian, actually. Like in Asian core servers, you have also bettings like who will win, and then you get kind of like those kind of points also.
I never got the idea. Can Jeff explain why is there betting in on Asian servers?
I guess it's just Asian thing, but yeah.
It's an Asian thing.
I think it's mainly for, let's say, 4 people there, it is fun. Let's say 4 people who is watching the game, there's some extra fun part there. And for the company, they can get some income from there because those betting point, let's say they automatically get something like 2% from the pool for each game.
Yeah.
And so that's actually some income. And eventually the points, let's say the users get, I think it's a huge amount. You can actually use that to buy a fan or something like that.
But you cannot turn it into money, but you can turn it into some kind of products or something.
Yes. From still from, for example, from Titan or from Fox, from their own company.
I see. Makes sense. Not very interesting.
Yeah, so it is something fun for the viewers and some income for the company. Yeah,
so to make viewing more fun, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I guess in Asia, they like, especially if you play some video games, you see like how different games are meant for like Asian market. It's more about money and like pay to win kind of mechanics. So I guess that's also like very natural for like Asian servers on Go to have those kind of things.
Yeah.
Just create a kind of small game and make a button, press the button, and like you win. Then please pay €1 more.
The funny thing was when I saw matches like Real Madrid versus Barcelona on Taijim, and the game was just some moves which I couldn't quite understand, but I turned it out. It was just made for people to bet on football. Yeah, they do that there. They have like 2 players, which are like Barcelona and Real Madrid, and then the game is just bullshit, and then they bet who will win or something like that.
I see.
Yeah, just use the Taijim betting for football.
Okay. So Marcel is making the common question of am I allowed to play in the EGSC as a Japanese pro?
That's good.
So let's say it this way. First of all, that the Nihonkin decides which tournaments game I play, right? Basically, the Nihonkin has kind of a rights to my tournament games or official games I play.
Right.
And Nihonkin policy is basically to only have a Japanese pros play against each other, or to have pros only play with other pros, right? I mean, there's plenty of good reasons for it. For example, like if a pro plays an amateur and happens to lose, it might be bad for Nihonkin's image, or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So if a pro plays an amateur, it's supposed to be as a kind of a teacher-student kind of relationship.
Right.
And in that case, it's fine as long as the student is paying, because then it's obviously teaching.
Or like simultaneous thing or something like that.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's a kind of a entertainment work or teaching work, or it can be a serious game. And if it's a serious game, then Nihonkin basically controls everything of it.
Right. Yeah.
So then it's an interesting question of if Japanese pro, like for example me, could play in a European tournament which only has European professionals, right?
Yeah.
Do they see like European professionals as like professionals, or like how does Nihonkin think about like a European professional system? Do they see as like a professionals? Like if, like you say, like there's like a tournament where it would be just European professionals, do they think that they are like equal opponents for those Japanese pros, or how does it go?
So the thing is that I don't know either, because that's a total gray zone, right?
So they haven't even done it.
This kind of thing happens extremely rarely. Like the last time that a Japanese pro would be playing against European regular players was in the 1990s, I think, Hans Beach.
Right.
Somebody donated.
Yeah, weak chef.
Yeah.
Hello. So that's probably someone called Chef who is weaker than Chef. We have here. Thank you for the 10 euros. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice nickname.
Yeah, so the last time it happened was in the 1990s when Hans Beach, who was already a pro at the time, I think he played in some kind of a qualification tournament to be able to play in the maybe Samsung Cup or In Cup or one of those World Championship tournaments anyway.
Yeah.
So most likely he got kind of a special permit from the Nihonkin to play in this preliminary tournament because it was for a World Championship tournament, right? Yes. So most likely, if I wanted to play against the European pros, I would need to go to the Nihonkin, most likely the tournament organization section, and ask them, "Hi, I want to play in a European pro tournament. Can I play?" And they will all be like, "Not this guy again, more work."
Right, yeah.
And then they will discuss with each other. There's like 5 or 6 people working there, and they will try to look for a president. And of course, there's basically none. So most likely they will have to contact the Nihonkin directors after that. And the Nihonkin directors meet every Tuesday, so it will go at least the next week, possibly the next week after that. And the directors will talk about it, and they might or might not decide immediately.
Right.
And at this point of time, Martin Stiasny, who has been asking me if I will want to play in this European tournament, well, that tournament has been played already.
Right, yeah. So because
So
you are
they-
also a very special guy there, like there are not many Europeans there, so they will have like a system that's new for them also to like have that. So bureaucracy is
Yeah,
like
exactly.
hell and stuff.
Because that would happen for Japanese.
Yeah.
So it's a total gray zone. I think it's possible, but it just needs a lot of preparation work.
Right.
And European tournaments are organized a little bit too quickly. There's not enough waiting time to have me inside because it can take 1 or 2 months just to figure out what's happening.
Yeah.
Would it be easier to go to like Congress or something to play? Because, like, well, maybe not because they're amateurs also, but because Congress is very like a familiar place for them to like to send Japanese pros. So
Possibly, but I think Congress is impossible outright because Congress has amateur players inside.
right, yeah.
Even if you might be also getting to play against professionals, if there's even one amateur inside, then Nihonkin will say, "Oh, it's an amateur tournament. Now go."
Right, so it should be like a separate pro section in Congress to be able to play that.
So basically, only the European Professional Go Championship, right?
Yeah.
At this point of time, anyway.
Can Japanese pros play against Chinese or Korean ones? Yeah, that's normal.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's already simply because Nihonkin is kind of a part of the setting there. Nihonkin is actively organizing those tournaments, so we just call them Nihonkin tournaments, Nihonkin assisted tournaments. It's different.
Yeah.
But Nihonkin has basically nothing to do with European tournaments whatsoever.
What about the like professional, like European professionals have some professional tournaments, so well that might be in the future that they have like some system with them to like
They had
collaborate or
the
something.
online league recently, right?
Yeah.
The European Professional Online League. I was asked for that. I think that should also be fine. But also for that, I just get the question like, do you want to play in this? Please answer by next week.
Yeah, too quick. Yeah.
Like, give me 2 months or something.
How does a typical week look like for you, or a day? How much teaching, study, be yourself, and so? What is your favorite task as a pro, and which duty do you like? Do you don't like? Yeah.
Typical week. I don't have a typical week, I guess. So I'm more like working on a day-by-day basis. And recently, it's basically I wake up, I check the internet, I go to the computer, I go to nordicgodojo.eu, I see, okay, so there's like 3 new games, so I need to do AI analysis for this. I just do it automatically. then I most likely drink coffee and see, okay, there's 10 games pending, NGD, people waiting for reviews. Okay, let's write a few reviews. I write maybe 2 of them. Okay, lunchtime, I eat lunch. And after that, it will vary, I guess. It depends on, I might do some Go studying myself. I might play online. I might do some other random work, of which there's quite a lot nowadays somehow. Like writing books or doing programming for the website or... Anyway, it's online work basically, right?
AAA stream.
I'm hitting straight, yeah.
Right. Well,
play a big role in your day-to-day life. Not recently, no. So this for Nihonkin, I basically do tournament games about once a month right now, for which I need to travel to Tokyo because I live 300 kilometers away. So I go to Tokyo on previous day, stay at a huddle, play the tournament game, and then just come back immediately.
Right. So that takes like money to get money. So it's not even like a...
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not right now. I'm really profiting out of it or anything. Well, I'm profiting a little bit. That's not a big deal.
Right.
Obviously, Nihonkin does not pay for the train bills or anything.
Well, yeah, that's bad.
And besides tournament games, I'm doing some web administration work for the International Go Federation, which is kind of Nihonkin is organizing it as well. So I'm doing intergofed.org as well. And for Nihonkin, beyond these 2, it's basically just some random work from time to time. Like when I used to be living more close to... I cannot hear anything. Is the stream working?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working. Okay,
it is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So when I used to be living more close to Tokyo, I was maybe doing some Go lectures from time to time, usually actually in English for universities. But with coronavirus and everything, that's a bit different right now.
Also, there was also a question about like, do you play in person during Corona times?
Yeah, we do still, yes. Although personally, I think it's a little bit. I'm not sure if we should be doing that because a big portion of the professional playing population is actually like over 50, possibly over 60.
True. Yeah. And there is a lot of touching. Like gallstones and stuff, which is usually even before Corona, it was a thing that you easily get sick when you go to like, for example, Congress because you're touching the same stones all the time.
Yeah,
and it's impossible to like wash hands all the time
away,
after every move or something. So, yeah. What did you say?
Yeah. So the opponent is also there, just 1 meter away or a little bit more.
Yeah,
even if you have your mask on, you sit there for 6 hours, so it's impossible to. Not be some transmission. Actually, at the Go Salon at Nihonkin, so it's a 8-story building, I think. And on the 2nd floor, there's a kind of a Go shop, and then there's a Go Salon where just regular amateurs can go. They pay some 10 euros for right to play that day, and then they get paired with each other and so on. So that setting is actually pretty good in terms of coronavirus. Like there's a huge playing hall, and they don't put people next to each other. And between the players, there's a kind of a plastic, that kind of a barrier. You can see the opponent, but there's like you cannot spray anything on the opponent accidentally.
Right. Yeah.
But it kind of makes the whole act of playing Go look a little bit weird. Like there's a kind of a screen between the players.
Yeah. Like when Corona was a new thing, we also saw like how the beaches will look like in the like Corona, like during the summer. Like they're like everyone has their own boxes and like something.
Right. I mean, you could be one of those hamster balls, right?
Kind of right. Yeah. There was a like
run inside.
Yeah, there was a hamster ball like a rock concert in, I guess, in USA.
Oh, I think I saw the same one. Yeah, some kind of photo of that.
Yeah. Even the players were in the like hamster balls.
That's the right
that is hilarious.
As well.
So Congress in hamster balls. That's something. Can we ask what is the current score between Antti and Jeff? Games between them. Have you even played recently? Like very like seriously at least, or?
How
Well,
can we
last
possibly
series
play
game
recently?
Last
Yeah.
series game was in Kyoto, maybe.
Yeah.
True, yeah,
In
yeah.
Kyoto series.
And I guess did we even comment on that game? Yeah.
You did comment that game. I
Yeah, that
actually,
is exactly the
even
one,
I
yeah.
watched
Yeah,
it.
yeah, true. Oh, that is a huge link. What is this? 62 painting, I guess. Yeah. Life in 20.
Yeah.
That's in 1 year. Yeah, true. Wow. Wow.
Illustration published in 1962. Oh wow!
Wow.
How
Yeah.
right did they get it?
Yeah, they
60
got it
years
right.
ago, somebody predicted coronavirus.
Wow, that's nice.
But yeah, might actually be we get something like this. Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think there was some more questions.
Oh,
Have you tried the Francesinha recipe again from Pota?
What recipe?
Yeah, so we have the food channel on the NGD
Oh,
Discord,
right,
right?
yeah.
With
Ah.
just lots of different kinds of food talk. And Pota sent me a kind of a nice recipe for all things meat, we should call it, I guess.
Ooh, that sounds like a nice one.
And just meat and meat and meat, fat and fat and fat and salt and spice and alcohol and alcohol and alcohol, and you make it into a kind of a sauce,
Nice.
which is just legendary. Yeah, it was extremely good at that time, but I didn't do it once more because it needs beef tail or oxtail, and it's kind of expensive here in Japan. So
Yeah, sounds like an expensive one.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it also put beer inside, and then what else was it? Port wine, of course, because it's Portugal.
right.
It is legendary. Yes, agreed.
Nice.
It's funny how interesting the NGD food chat has become.
Yeah, I've
People
even
don't
share
practice it.
some because like I have the kind of like a food box thing going on now. Like I will get every Monday I will get like a box full of food ingredients and recipes, and then
So it's kind of
yeah.
it's for 1 week, or
Yeah, 1 week. Yeah. So those food have been very, very, very nice, and I even like shared some of them to that food Discord.
I see. Yeah, I saw some pictures. Is
Yeah,
it
like,
all
like-
the food you eat during the week, or just like for 1 or 2 meals?
Main meals, just not like what you eat like at a breakfast or something like that, but yeah, where's the pizza?
Yeah.
That's
We
a
were
good question.
actually discussing just before the start of this stream that Jeff was just eating and Mikko was waiting for the pizza, so maybe we could just start with a kind of a food discussion here.
And it has been 1 hour that we have been live, so like
That's ridiculous, actually. You should try calling them.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I got some calls from my family. I hope everything is okay. Like my dad and my brother. But
Really?
yeah, I will call them after the stream. It's probably nothing. They would message me also if it's something.
Programming channel is also amazing. Oh yeah, agreed. Also, lots of programming discussion.
Question to Jeff: do you join any tournaments anymore? How strong do you feel you are currently?
Okay, why me?
So that it's not just me all the time, right?
Yeah.
While Jeff is thinking, Antti, pineapple on pizza. Yes, I will eat it.
Yes, pineapple pizza. Yes, definitely. Me also.
Yeah.
How about banana?
Banana on pizza with curry and chicken.
That sounds interesting. I think I tried some in Sweden.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
just banana.
yeah. Sweden. That was banana curry, and I guess there was chicken also in that pizza. That was
Mexican
Sweden.
restaurant,
Yeah,
right?
then I came to Finland and was like, I need to have this pizza. There was only one restaurant in in Oulu that shared that kind of pizza, and like, yeah. Yeah, I have never seen that pizza anywhere in Helsinki, so
You need
but
to
that's
make it
good.
yourself.
That's good.
Okay,
So
Jeff, you have an
Jeff,
answer?
yeah.
I can play tournament if I want to. The problem is if it is a tournament that doesn't have any strong players, that normally doesn't attract me. And then it is a contradiction. If it's a big tournament with good players, many of my students will wanna play. And then so normally there I have to take responsibility first and to take care of my kids there. So I can't see then I can actually concentrate on my own games. So that is why I think in 2018 I have played one tournament, actually under terrible condition, not because of tournament organizer, it's myself, because that is actually the time when I had a lot of stomach pain. While I was playing that tournament. And so yes, I would like to play. It's just not easy. It's just not easy, especially if there's any big tournament. I can imagine probably most of my strong students will gonna be there as well. And how strong do you feel you are currently? This is actually what I can tell here. When Antis here talking about Go, and you compare to Antis games, because I see Antis games is in general the same. I mean, Antis level there and Antis commentary here basically show the same kind of Go. I'm commenting the game here, but if you look at how I play, there's a difference. Because I can easily be affected by this guy is so annoying. Or let's say, I know that is right, but I'm not gonna, I don't like it. I'm just gonna do this, so what? You know, I can easily be like that. But when I'm commenting Go, I have to teach the right thing. That's my responsibility. But when I play by myself, I sometimes don't care, you know.
Right, yeah.
Because I say, not as you do.
Yeah, and you are saying very often about this that you shouldn't play with your feelings, but you should play with your brain, and like feeling is just a tool, and like you should be making the decisions with your brain, and
I know.
Of course it's hard to do in reality.
Yeah, this is basically the case that I think a few years ago I have talked about this with Auntie. So basically, if you say, Jeff, do you want to be pro or at least a pro level? I think yes, I can, and I know the way I should go in order to become pro. I know the steps. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because why am I doing that? We have enough Yongsam, Fanhui, Daijinfu in Europe? Do we need more?
Yet another Japan, yet another Asian who like beats all European pros. So, like we have enough of those.
It's not fun. I'd rather force my students to beat them. That is my goal here. That is why here. Let's say suddenly I meet a question to me, I'm not used to it because actually my eyes is on the game. Okay.
I think I also had a question of does Antti use Katago a lot? Which is also interesting because it goes a little bit towards the topics that we had listed, possible topics.
In the poster,
right?
Right.
Yes.
The AI. So, which AI do you use, and do you use Katago?
I'm totally for Katago these days. A few years ago, I was using Minigo instead. That was back when Katago wasn't really strong yet.
Didn't use Leela, or?
I almost didn't use Leela. I never somehow liked how Leela plays, for some reason.
That was weird timing when we bought the what was it? We all bought some before Leela.
Deep Zen.
Yeah, Deep Zen. Yes. We bought that. We bought that one, and it was like 1 month or 2 or something, and Leela came, and then every other bot also came, and like they were completely free. So I guess no one actually used Deep Zen at all.
I do.
You do?
Because that is something I can dream to beat at least.
Right. Yeah. Okay, for that reason, yes.
It's still pretty strong, but it's something that's not impossible, right?
I can see there's a possibility, although I don't win, but I can see possibility. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I think in 2018, when I was in Finland doing my civil service, I was playing against it basically daily,
Yeah.
like every day, one game per.
Yeah.
And I think I won like 20%, maybe 30% of those games.
Okay.
Of course, I could win more because I just see the weak patterns in it. So I could just, okay, I play this, I know it goes for that trick, it doesn't see that ladder. Okay, yeah, I won the game. But I didn't do that. I actually played the game.
Yeah.
But yes, so Deep Zen was around that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, here so someone asked so far no, but I feel it's possible. Yeah, it is the case. I mean, like for example, sometimes I play on Titan. I play against somebody. I feel there's absolutely no chance I can possibly win. If there's a wall in front of me, so I know who am I playing against.
Right.
Basically, yeah, that's not human.
Yeah,
But when I play against Deep Zen, it is a different feeling. So I think here, if I can manage my mind here and I do not get emotional, I can win it. It's extremely difficult, but it's possible. Well, but yeah, let's say sometimes when you play on Titan, it doesn't matter what you do, it just cannot win. Yeah.
The top AIs are just too different.
Yeah.
Do you think it's useful playing against artificial weakened AI of all sorts of styles in order to improve? There was that one play out go like Leela, I guess. One play out Leela. That was also something to beat, but
it's still very difficult. I don't think I have won against that so far.
And of course, if you use a Katrain or Katrain, I don't know how you pronounce it, but you also have many different kinds of weakened Katagos inside there, right?
Yeah.
Like you can have the zero playout kinds, or you can have like there's a Kata Handy, I think, which I think it works somehow that in the kata, inside that Katago's reading, it does your reading as if you have no playouts. It does playouts for itself, but not for the opponent. So it just basically assumes that the opponent cannot read.
Yeah.
Right.
If I understand correctly. And so it will basically play a handicap kind of game where it totally overplays everything because it can read it. The opponent cannot.
Yeah, that's like when you play like 30Q. Yeah, this cannot read anything. Yeah.
But of course, it has the policy network behind, so the reading is still strong enough, but it's not completely precise.
Right.
So if you're careful, you can actually beat that one.
And of course, like if you like to play anything, then that's good for your improvement. Like I mean, like more you do anything correlated is usually good. So in case you are lacking games, for example, you can play against AI, those weekend ones. But of course, like don't like go too overboard. Like just train with AI. You need like human games and serious games to back up it. Like if you want to get real strong. But like yeah, that's one thing.
That's an interesting topic. We should continue a bit more here, I think. So of course, playing AI is better than not doing anything, right? For go training.
Yeah.
But what do you think, Jeff? Is if you compare playing with humans and playing with AI, which is better?
Human?
And
Definitely.
why is that?
Why is that? Well, I think here AI basically he knows what is going on next, and I mean next as some to us the future that is too deep inside it, and we cannot really see at all. And AI can actually see it, and so I mean that basically means we say, okay, here I give you some difficulty. To AI, there's no difficulty, right? But to human, let's say we all know what is the human difficulty, and that is why there's something you play like this, it is annoying. And when you have a training with AI, I mean you're gonna get completely different experience.
But for example, if you compare playing against AI or playing against a strong human player, much stronger than you.
Yeah.
Which is better?
Still human, still definitely human. Definitely.
Even though the stronger human's thinking might be completely beyond what you might be thinking.
Yeah, but he's human, and then basically, at least for example, after the game, okay, you play this move, this is brilliant. How did you find this move? Could you tell me about it? He can answer. You ask AI.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
that's
possible.
definitely- yeah.
Although
so
some
definitely
opponents
human.
might not answer, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after all, it's human thinking and human kind of like a reading. Not like that you can read everything out and like or play something completely like but impossible for human to comprehend.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I
Yeah,
get that
normally
point.
that is basically the feeling when I review the top pro games.
Mhm.
Their games, okay, they play brilliant moves. It's not easy to understand, but if I think hard, I normally can find out why do they do that.
Mhm.
I normally can figure out, yeah, I can't. Yeah, or let's say,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's great.
most of the move I cannot. Yeah, so definitely human. Yeah,
Mhm.
but okay, I think we missed some questions.
I have
Right,
a
yeah.
question.
Yeah.
We can continue here.
What was
There was one question for a different topic.
Oh.
Skip now.
What do you do on your games that your student should not do?
That's also, let's skip that for now because we are on the
Yeah.
topic of AI.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
We can go back to it later.
Good
Yeah, sure.
AI realization is that they don't know about Tenuki. Every move is a technical Tenuki for them. Really made me understand the importance of whole board evaluation. Well, they know some sequence like I misspoke in one turn one stream about this one. That like I thought like that they actually take just one picture of the situation and make their evaluation of that one. But like of course they know that like where your opponent has played previously. But I still think that like AI can so much like easier or like better like to forget what has happened earlier and just concentrate on the like situation right now. So of course if they see some situation on the other side of the board where you haven't been playing recently, then if that is more important at that moment, they can do that, and we as a humans tend to forget that because it's
If you're not careful, you will just get stuck on some local situation.
yeah. So in that sense, like AI can like always take the whole board into account when choosing a move, even though they would know like what happened before.
Yeah, that should be right. I have also heard of AIs that look at the last move and play around it, but I don't think the recent ones do anything like that. It should be that Katagos and everything just see the whole board, as far as I understand it.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to comparing playing against AIs with playing against humans. I just it's a difficult topic, but recently I just think that I mean, of course, the playing style is different, but I just think that humans and AIs go in a fundamentally different way, kind of.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not just the kind of moves that you play and so on. It's the process behind how you choose your moves, right? Because if you have an AI, you know it has the policy network and it has some I don't know, Monte Carlo kind of reading and rollouts and whatever. But so it has this huge memory bank kind of, and which it's kind of searching for similar patterns and evaluating them, choosing from between there. So it's just a kind of a here's the whole board, search this, okay, here's the answer, play it, and so on, right? But it's kind of the situation now and how it used to be. There's basically no connection. It's just looking at the snapshots and deciding what to do. And how is the human decision process, Jeff? How do humans play Go? Stronger humans?
Well, in a certain situation, what is the most important thing on the board? Define that.
Yep.
And then what? Okay, after you define the issue or define the area, and then define what specifically you should do in order to reach the let's say the best that you can reach on that goal.
Yeah.
And that is the decision-making procedure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's basically first you look at the board and try to figure out what's going on, right? You try to define what is important, what isn't important, right?
Mhm.
So let's call that your value function or whatever the AI term is.
Yeah, the heat map or
Yeah.
something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after that, you try to choose a plan. So it's not just one move, but kind of thing. I have a weak group here. The opponent has a weak group here, and this area might have potential territory. So let's try to move this weak group out here while leaning on the opponent's weak group here, so that I can maybe build some territory in this interesting area of the board, right?
Mhm.
So it's kind of deciding a course of action that makes the kind of best use of your original judgment of the situation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the evaluation, then we have the plan creation process, and then finally it's about choosing the move. So then it's like, oh, one space jump.
Yeah.
And in those terms, if you have like a 5Q player, they'll be like, he played one space jump. That's simple. Why didn't he think of anything more complicated, right?
Yeah.
When in reality, there's this huge process of, okay, this is important, this is not important, this group and this group, how to juggle these, what's the best local shape, so on, one space jump.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how you can have a professional who is playing a 5-stone handicap game, and he plays one space jumps and wins it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't have to be anything special. Like some pros
Yeah,
are like
exactly.
playing
Just-
very simple moves and like very like understandable
Yeah.
for even Q players, and they still are
Exactly.
like on very high level.
Right. And the trick is just that it's not it looks simple, but there's something much more deeper behind there.
Yeah.
Shui style, yeah. Okay, let's check the questions at this point.
Is that how human plays? How can you ever play 5-second play?
Just plonking stones to the board one by one isn't the right approach. I think we have a lot of assumptions about how a human brain works and how a neural network works. Yeah, of course. And I'm not really a specialist in either part of here, so
Right.
I cannot say for sure, of course. I mean, most likely there's nobody who could. But at least on a general kind of explanatory level, it should be fairly close description of what's happening, I believe.
Versus a real person, you also get the emotional aspect of the game, making it like poker. That's true. Yeah, that's what we also talk about a lot on this channel. That like to play against your opponent and like even like play some provocative moves that like come on, let's fight, or those kind of things. So of course, like
Yeah, it can be very efficient.
AI doesn't feel those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because basically, okay, so I mentioned the value function earlier, right? Your value function, which is how you judge the board and how you figure out what is important and what is not important.
Yeah.
That's something that's very personal, right?
Right.
Every single player has a different kind of value function or a way to value the board.
Yeah.
And basically, that is I think the most defining part of your playing style. I mean, you might say I'm a territorial player, but you might not be territorial under all circumstances, but your way of evaluating the board doesn't change so quickly, right? There's something systematic behind there. So wait, what was I going for?
I don't know. How do you make training with AI more fun?
You
Yeah,
can't.
for that direction, yeah.
More fun. Well, have you tried to
the
like
first-
go through your own games with AI and like try to guess what's wrong with your moves and then see AI afterwards? Because that's one way to make it like personal at least.
Any ideas, Jeff?
I just answered. I don't think you can.
You don't think-
Big-
Yeah, I used
mean-
to training games with the AI, but I prefer humans nowadays.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, AI is too like too much like a wall that you are just banging your head against. Like
Right.
Yeah.
that's not fun.
And if you just make the AI weaker with some kata handicap or something, then you just know that you made the AI weaker.
Yeah,
But still
yeah, that's like you're banging your head to a soft wall. Bang, bang.
Yeah.
It's still banging your head, but it's just softer. It
So
doesn't
you
feel
take the
that
ball
bad.
here and you put some cushions on it, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then you
yeah,
bang
yeah,
it.
yeah. Take a pillow and pong, pong, pong. Yeah.
Yeah. So then the next thing, if we cannot play against the AI in a very fun way, we can use it for reviewing our games, right?
Yeah.
And there's still a big question of how we should do that, I think.
Yeah, how to review games with AI? That's
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that the common way of reviewing games. What is it, Jeff?
No. Continue. Sorry.
Okay, we will see something interesting later, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what I understand is the common way of studying the game with the AI is that okay, you play the game, okay, now you open Katrain or Lizzie, right, and you put the game in there, and then you just click move my move and see what the AI says. Okay, so this was -1 point, -0.5 point. Maybe you see also, okay, there was a better move here, but you should have played. So it's like, I see, that makes sense. I should have played in that area first, right? And then you go to the next move and say, I should play there. What is that? Let's see the variation, that kind of thing. Okay, yeah, sure. And then you just go forward like that, right? So most likely there's some kind of a threshold. Like if it's a mistake less than half a point, you don't care about it. If it's a mistake bigger than that, then maybe you see what you should have done instead. And when you see the AI's moves, it feels like, now I see. That makes perfect sense. I will never make this mistake again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but...
And then you play the next game, and most likely you do the fundamentally same kind of mistake. But it just looks a little bit different because you cannot memorize all the board positions, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I prefer kind of like Dave's way to like review the NGD games, that like after you have played, you make some questions, and then the stronger player says like or reacts to those questions and answers them a little bit. So I guess that's how you use also AI more efficiently, that you ask what you want to know, like kind of like at least in your mind, if you are not listing them anywhere. Then like what did I do wrong, for example, here? Why my group was so weak? How do I handle this kind of group? And then you go and ask that from AI, kind of, that you go and see what AI would play, how AI would handle that group.
Yep. But still, I think that if you just do that, because you're just, as I just said earlier, basically you cannot memorize everything that's happening. You cannot memorize every single position you always see. You cannot just expect to see it once and then repeat it correctly, right?
Yeah.
So basically just checking individual positions, I think, is not very efficient for your long-term improvement.
Well, in that one, you have to like get the like thinking what you had. Like I had this kind of thinking that maybe I should like defend this group, and then if AI says like you should actually tenuki that group and play this area, that's most likely that your thinking is wrong in that sense, that like you don't see the bigger picture on the board or whatever. So then you get the hint like what is wrong with thinking, not like specific situations, like in this situation you have to play like this, because you cannot remember that one. You have to change your thinking, and for that one I don't think it is very useful to just scroll through what AI would have played, because then you don't think what you thought during that match.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that's going the right direction. So basically, you need to be kind of running your head's own evaluation system. I mean, you need to be predicting something and then altering what you're predicting by the results, kind of. I had prepared a good idea for this. I mean, a good comparison. Okay, so think of playing Go as writing, right? I mean, you can think of Go as language, right? You can say that certain shapes are like words, and plans might be, I don't know, like sentences maybe. You combine sentences to build a story. And so the total game might be some kind of story, for example, right?
Yeah.
So let's think about it in that sense. So, okay, now here we have, let's say, Hamlet by Shakespeare. So you read Shakespeare's text. You just start reading here. Yeah, it's perfect English. I can understand this. Yeah. I could write the same.
I know these words.
Yes, I know these words. I could put them in this order. This is totally normal, right?
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. I could have written this.
Right.
But actually, when you sit down at your table and you start writing something, you most likely don't create anything that compares with Shakespeare's text, right?
Yeah.
So what is the problem? Huh?
You try to imitate the text that you saw.
Yeah, you're trying to basically just pattern match. I mean, you draw some words out of your mind that makes sense. You want to write something and you try to get it in a nice shape. But Shakespeare didn't just put words randomly. He had an actual idea for what he wanted to say in what kind of a way, right? And you don't have that core process that Shakespeare had, right? Even though the result looks like something that you could make. Is the allegory coming through here? So we just take Shakespeare and say AI instead, and we have AI's moves, and you can try to memorize them, but then you can push out memorized AI sequences, which may make sense or may not make sense, right? Because they're just copied from somewhere else.
Right. Yeah. So how do you come up with your own style, and how do you get your own writing stronger with help of
So how to study writing?
help of Shakespeare?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that for studying writing, you don't just try to memorize Shakespeare, right?
Yeah.
You need to learn about the core ideas of, I don't know, story structure and sentence structure and how to keep the story interesting and those kinds of techniques.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with exact sentences taken out from Shakespeare.
Yeah. And then you go with your text to someone who is like stronger in writing, and
yeah, exactly.
They read your text and say like what parts are like something that you should rethink or whatever, and like
yeah. So that's just the kind of allegory I thought up, which I think works. It's a pretty close match to how Go works. Because I mean, most likely there's not as many Go positions as there are word combinations in the universe, but the numbers are comparable, I think.
Right.
Anyway, the number of word positions is way beyond anything you could possibly try to memorize.
Yeah, because after all, it's creating something new, kind of like it's really like creative game. So same way like writing or making music or painting or whatever, those kind of things. Yeah. That's why we said like before AI got stronger, that like AI should be able to paint or make music or those kind of things to actually be strong. And now they actually are. Now you can do like
we actually have music composing AIs which can create pieces that fool professionals, right?
Yeah.
Like you make them ask, was this written by a human? Was this by an AI? And they're like, yeah, this is human, of course. No, wrong.
And even writing, like AI could read like thousands of Shakespeare and like other texts, and then like know how to write Shakespeare.
Copy paste that. But the core thing that is still there for human is that humans attach meaning to what they do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as we said earlier, there's the value function. You have some way of viewing the board and finding out what is important, what is not. And you can think about it in verbal terms. And then you can create a plan in verbal terms, like because this group was weak and this group was weak, I tried to play in their middle with this shape because this cannot be cut and it creates nice eye shape. Right? That is how humans go about playing Go. And if you try to do the same with Katago, you just look at the move. Katago says this because 59.5%. Yeah, plus half points.
Yeah.
And because all the other options here have smaller numbers, right?
Yeah.
And you cannot get anything else out of it, basically. I think we should check some questions.
Sure. The one quick question was there, like just now, that the difference in strength between Nihongi and Kansai-ki
that's different. Let's go there later, maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of going back to the Asian topic. So maybe this AI still. Do we have?
Yeah.
Shows me moves I wouldn't even think of. Yeah. On my level, I can learn new words from Shakespeare. There's some value.
Yeah, sure, that has some value, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as you do the studying in that way, I mean, you try to look at the new words. Okay, I don't understand this. What does it mean? Let's open the dictionary and let's see different how I can use it. And then, of course, you'll learn, right?
Yeah, and
But
also
it's
like
not oh, this sentence sounds cool. I will
Yeah.
copy paste it.
yeah. Also, this is very similar to like Go in that sense that like you learn writing by reading a lot. So also like seeing a lot of strong games and like
Yeah.
pro games is a good one, because if you look at AI games, then you don't understand anything. They just play like they don't like play like humans. But like that's why professional looking at professional human games is still like valuable, because that's the same thing that you read books. So yeah, that's giving you the like thinking how like or the image into your head, like what kind of text is a good text, and like what kind of structures the like sentences have, and different kind of topics.
I think the human usually has something that they want to say, right? They have a very clear idea of what kind of a story or what kind of a sentence or paragraph they want to write.
Yeah.
They have a clear meaning, and then they try to do it, right?
Yeah.
And the AI wrote their text in some alien fashion.
Yeah, just copying like human things, and yeah. Usually they don't make that much sense, even though we have those things like AI's writing like movie like scripts. They are like
Right.
they are something else.
There is also like a AI dungeon, which is kind of like you can play a D&D, Dungeons and Dragons kind of a game, with an AI being the dungeon master.
Wow. Yeah, that's probably something to.
Sometimes it's pretty great in how absurd it becomes, because obviously the AI is not completely perfect, and you cannot use a super strong computer or anything. But well, sometimes it's also fun, of course. I can recommend it if somebody wants to try it out. AI Dungeon. With art, there is no direct competition. You don't objectively know which is better. That is true, yes.
Yeah.
So that does make teaching Go AI a lot easier, right? Because we know what is right and what is wrong, basically.
True. Yeah. That's why they probably are also like weaker in making like texts and art, because it's very hard to evaluate, and evaluation is very like necessary for improving the AI.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you want to do it properly, you basically need to show, I don't know, 100,000 pictures to human professionals who try to say which is better, right?
Yeah. So if AI is looking at like art, how does it know like, okay, this art I made was better than the earlier one? Like, how does it improve in making that art?
I guess you try to write a kind of evaluation code there. So basically, maybe you just have 1,000 human professionals, art professionals, make some kind of comparisons between pictures. Like, this is good, this is bad, give a score. And then you try to write an AI program which tries to simulate those professional responses.
True, yeah, that's more like it, yes, yeah.
Most likely something like that. And then you just run that one.
Yeah, so it becomes like a professional like art art
critic.
Yeah.
Yes. And once you have the professional art critic, then you can also make the professional artist afterwards, when you know what is good and what is not.
Yeah. What I would say that intuition comes from logical deductions. That's more complicated than I lost my stone, so I got very few points.
I disagree with all this human does this logical reasoning, blah, blah. It totally overlooks how much of it is intuition-based. It is intuition-based, of course.
Yeah, and that's why AIs also like became stronger, because they kind of like made intuition that they like they can like look at the board and see the heat map of kind of things like what is important.
I mean, it's just that Bliss network is kind of like a huge intuition network, I guess.
Yeah.
But of course, intuition for human players, intuition is tied to everything. When you make the board evaluation, you can have some articulated thinking. But also, there's a lot happening inside your head that you really it just comes out. You don't know how and you don't know why, but it comes out, right?
Yeah. So that's the
And there's
feeling
some-
what
I
Jeff
said
is
to see-
talking about a lot. Like
Mhm.
that, like you shouldn't make decisions with feeling, but feeling is a tool that you can use to come up with the moves and like
Yeah.
the area of what is important and what is not. And
But if Yakago is trying to say that I don't choose my moves logically during my games, I think that's also wrong because I do actually a lot of verbal thinking. I mean, the move candidates I come up with might come a lot in large part from my intuition, but there is thinking. If I didn't think some move properly verbally, then most likely it's a mistake for me.
what does Jeff think about this verbally versus like just with numbers or stuff? Like, what do you think about that? Did you follow the topic? I mean, like
I'm kind of following, but okay.
yeah, I tried to get you back to the discussion also. So like,
I know.
so like how to form this question? Like,
Yeah.
but about like verbal thinking. Like, what was the comment there? I missed it, but it was something about like thinking verbally versus like just thinking with like an AI with numbers or something like that.
Yeah. The main point I was trying to make with that thing was that a human can explain why they played a move. They have some original idea of how the board situation is, and they have an original idea of how they should try to develop the Go board, right?
Yeah.
And they can explain it if they get asked.
Mhm.
And then they will choose some shape, and they can also explain why they chose that particular shape.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's basically
the
what
AI
Jeff
can
said
do it.
earlier also about the not playing against AIs because they cannot explain.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sure.
That is actually something that you can feel at the higher level when you're playing the game, when you're a strong player.
That
Because
was discussed.
usually when you play against other strong players, you can get inside their head. You kind of get an idea that, okay, so they are viewing this part of the board as important and they don't really care about this area that much. And then you can see what in general they're trying to do. They're using this group to do this kind of thing, to get out here, maybe get this kind of key point or build this territory. You can get all of that just from the moves they play. You don't need to talk with them, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the AI, super strong AI. And if you play against that one, and you try to use the same kind of logic inferring from their moves, it's like what is the meaning of life? I mean, that's literally what I get, because it's like whatever I do, it has just no meaning. Nothing that I play, just like why am I playing this game? That's what I get. Is it like that for Jeff? Do you get the same?
Yeah, sure.
So it's not about Go. It's more like what am I doing with my life, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Right. And I think people you can usually explain why they play the move, but they are certainly good at rationalizing why a move is good or bad.
Ah, sure, yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, that's
Give a few
very
examples of-
often at least, like when you ask your student or something like why they played, and they're like, oh, I don't know. So they don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That happens with European students all the time, right?
Yeah.
And I was like that. When I was in, say, in 2011 and 2012, I was basically a European player, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, at that point, I was just a visiting Japan, kind of trying to get the INSEE experience. So it wasn't too serious back then. But in 2014, when I became INSEE for the second time, so I would have my teacher, Kobayashi Chizu, she's 6th now, I would have her review my games. And basically always when I played a move that didn't really make sense from the traditional Go theory kind of point of view, she would ask, why did you play that move? And I would be like, I don't know. She would do it every single game and for every move that was weird. So at some point I just kind of learned out of it, because during my games I would know if I play this one, she will ask, why did you play it? No reason. Okay, I need to find a reason. Play something that at least is explainable.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many months, maybe a half a year. Maybe it was half a year of that, but basically I grew out of it finally.
That's a goal for your playing. Like you shouldn't play just mindlessly. You always should
Yeah.
talk while you're playing, or while you are playing different moves. And yeah.
That is, I like to basically repeat that all the time. Like, if you're choosing your moves without a purpose, it's like better go do something else in that case, because you're just pattern matching you're pattern matching whatever comes out of your head, right? You're not really. It doesn't become a learning process, I think.
Right.
Because you're just running your mind's automatic function of this kind of board position. Let's do that. You're not doing anything actively.
Oh, that's interesting. Dave says like he streams because of it, like to talk, force myself to talk about my moves. Yeah, that's
That's
one.
way to
Yeah,
do
that's
it,
one
yes.
way to do it. Yeah. Inseong is very open about this in a lot of his lectures. He explains how he noticed a certain tendency in his moves, and then thought long and hard about it to find why he plays certain moves to turn it into a concept he can teach.
Yeah, that can work. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you not feel that pattern matching is a good way to learn? Oh, that's a difficult one. I will need to think about it, but let's go. Should we have a look at the Oscar and Lucas game for
So
now?
that's ending
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I will go to.
we can.
I will go to toilet in this while you like download the game, or how do we do it? Like, is it?
We
is it
can only open let's say a demonstration.
Right. So like, you can open that one. I will go to the toilet very fast, so I
Sure.
will mute myself.
So short intermission here. Maybe I will just create the file first and load it. I think it'll be a little bit quicker. The size are sounding good. It sounds interesting. Yeah, you can hear a lot from how Jeff is reacting. Is it Go or is it something else?
Yeah. Go. Yeah.
Okay, it's Go. That's good.
Yeah, the game we are about to talk about.
Can you read the comments in the meantime, because I'm not following here?
Yeah. I'm on it. But
maybe after.
for now, I think it's nothing special yet.
This area here, I would never get these moves right without checking one by one. What? 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 Sorry.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but
What? Oh no.
Good luck.
Okay, we will have some great fun here, I think.
Yeah. I already know.
I think Funshave made the question of how would you. Funshave wanted a sample of verbal thinking during game, so we can just do it for reviewing this game.
Okay.
I mean, there's about. We can, on the one hand, discuss what these guys are thinking, most likely. We can infer that. And we can also discuss what should be being thought to make it more like a traditional Go, let's call it.
Yeah. Okay.
Where?
I mean,
well, because Auntie is reading the game, and that's
I'm
basically
writing
what
a-
Auntie said.
in
I'm
the
writing
chat,
a file.
there's like what, and
Yeah, because that's what Auntie said.
oh, I
not
totally missed
saying
that.
that
Okay, somebody can maybe clip it, or I will clip it later. But Somebody said like I should include the last minute in his ad. Just go backwards. Well, I have to see it later. I cannot go now. I checked my pizza behind the door. It wasn't still there. So yeah,
Okay.
still no pizza.
You're going to get some moldy pizza tomorrow.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe they even like put it behind wrong door. Like imagine that. Like,
Yeah. That's
they deliver it to somewhere. It's
how is
just,
that possible? It take like 4 hours, 3 hours? I don't
That's
know.
impossible.
yeah, that's impossible.
that's
They
impossible.
probably forgot it. I have to like call them later. Like, where's my pizza? And probably get 2 pizzas. I don't know.
Unlimited pizzas.
Yeah.
What is going on here? And he cuts.
Still know that one. Okay. So yeah, just going and putting the game there, and then we can.
Yeah. Anti's doing
Yeah, I'm
that.
writing it first so that then it's easier.
Yeah, sure,
to read.
sure, yeah, sure.
What?
Say what one more time? I dare you. I double dare you.
What?
Yeah, I guess Antti definitely said more word than I did. Definitely more. For a single game, that is. But yeah, this game is definitely like that.
Why do they have to fight this call for so long?
Where do I call to get 2 pizzas for? That one pizzeria in Espoo where I live. So the first order is a pizza that you custom made. Like I want to have this one. Then they deliver the wrong pizza, and then. Well, actually, mine was probably that I got someone else's pizza because it was so completely different. And then later call that restaurant that I got the wrong pizza last time and you promised me free pizza. And then they don't deliver it in 4 hours. And then you call it again to get 2 pizzas instead of 1 for free. I don't know if they give me 2 pizzas, but I
Nothing special yet.
Do you have a kind of receipt of your order or?
No, they got the receipt. Like they took the receipt.
This area here, I would never get these moves right without
Checking one.
So
by
you
one.
have nothing to
What?
prove that you have now a pizza coming?
Sorry, I'm watching the clip here.
What?
They posted it to the chat.
What? Okay, I will check the
I
chat
know.
soon.
Yeah,
Oh, it's just what? Okay, I'll watch it later. Because it's so confusing when Antti is talking at the same time 2 times. Like, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the receipt because like they took it when they left it with the last time with the like after I got the wrong pizza. They said in the door at the door that like, okay, they definitely delivered the wrong pizza for you, so I will take the receipt and tell the restaurant that like you can have free pizza next time. So now I called them. I don't know if they have had my receipt, but like at least they believed me. So they're like, okay, I will make this pizza and like deliver it to you in 2 hours. And now it has been like at least 4 hours. So yeah, I don't know what to do if I don't get it. Probably I would not get anything.
They will again be like, oh yeah, sure, we'll give you a new pizza, and nothing will happen.
Yeah. Because well, they have my receipt. That was like so random that they took it because like they should give me a receipt anyway because like I got the wrong pizza, I ate it, so like I don't have a receipt for that.
Okay, so I uploaded a new file which has the game inside.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll go there.
may check
Close this
chat.
one.
What?
Yeah, that's why I was asking, like, like, what happened here?
Hello?
It was the clip that they posted in the chat. Can I now?
Yeah. So not that much.
Change the text also. This is Oscar is black. Lucan is
Yes.
white.
Mhm.
Mikko?
Oh, sorry,
Oh, no.
I was looking at the clip at the end.
Ah,
Good luck.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anti's just saying what. Okay. So yeah, what did you ask? I was took the clip. Sorry.
Now talking about, can you change it?
All right. Yeah. Sure. So what is this game? This is Grand Prix final, or do we just put the players?
Grand Prix 5th place.
Mhm.
And Oscar is black.
Yeah.
5th place.
Mikko, how did you decide that your camera should be more than twice the size of Jeff's and Antti's?
Because I have better camera and I'm the owner of the channel. So fuck you.
Yeah, I guess you have a better camera. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I have Sony A5 or 5000? No, 2000? I don't know.
Yeah, it's to make up for the poster. That's good, right?
Yeah, because I was so small in the poster. Yeah, I was like, so now I have to be bigger.
Okay, so now we have the game here, and now you can see this, right? Let me see that it's fine on the stream.
All right, so this is black is
Like an Oscar.
black
Black is Oscar and white is Lucas Pera.
Yeah.
So both are NGD teachers, which I guess makes this game more interesting for us as well here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I fit there like Oscar?
Yeah, good idea to write it.
Mikko coming
Here,
back.
Jeff said already that this should be C8, but that's just because of a more specific.
Thank you for the 16.
Yeah, that's because of something else. We can continue.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this happened. And this happened.
I can just
I-
fit it there.
I think I first checked the game at around here,
Uh-huh.
but I guess as the first discussion, we can already have a look at this board. How does this look, Mikko?
I was reading the questions. Does the TTS have
That's
a
right.
Finnish accent? Yes, it has. Just to match my Finnish accent. That's only fair that the TTS also have a Finnish accent. I mean, the text to speech, which reads the donations.
Ah,
Advertises focus on you guys to get viewers and then focuses himself the actual production self promotion. Yeah. Okay, so how does this look? Looks like Go.
looks like go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it used to be like this, right?
Mhm.
Black played here,
Mhm.
white got the turn.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't like C8, but otherwise looks good.
Why not?
Because C8 doesn't even give that much pressure. We know that that kind of group is hard to attack. So what do you do with the C8 that much? Like it's weird. But we're giving our third team turn like that. So like now white has a big area there. And what do you do with the C8 here? What is your next move?
Okay, so black played here actually, as an answer to your question.
Who is who?
So I
Oscar
guess-
is black. I tried to put it in the title there. Like
Oscar is black, yeah.
Oscar and B in the
Mm.
there. Yeah, so yeah.
So of course, okay. So let's just look at this in a more verbal way, since we were talking about it earlier. So,
Right.
do you think Oscar doesn't know A is a Joseki? Or possibly Black should have jumped at A earlier
Yeah.
instead of crawling. But
I mean, he does, but I mean, or am I wrong here? Like my evaluation says that like the right side is more important than this move. So
I mean, most likely you are right here in that playing on the right side would be bigger. Most likely you are, let's call it right.
right.
But
yes.
yes, I mean correct, you could say.
Yeah.
But Oscar obviously knows that the white B turn is good and that you're supposed to jump on the right side,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
So he's playing C8 in spite of knowing that. Why is he doing that?
Do you have any ideas, chat? what is thinking here. Yeah, I bet also that Oscar knows.
I mean,
So,
that would be
but
fairly
not
simple.
repeat it.
If Oscar didn't know that kind of a thing, most likely Oscar wouldn't be a 6-dan player. And
Yeah.
or if Oscar was 6-dan and he still didn't know those kinds of things, then he would get really strong really quickly.
C8 prepares G3 to make lower side bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's still very low with the Q3 also being low, so...
But yeah, mainly the point I want to make here is that I don't actually want to... So at this point, I don't want to look into Oscar's purpose of playing C8.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that we have the clear, obvious correct move on the right side.
And Oscar played
Yeah.
something different,
And
intentionally.
Oscar played something different. So the point is that C8 wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake in the sense that he didn't know something and played something worse. He played C8 with a purpose to make the game go into a certain kind of a pattern. Let's say.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So it's just doing something out of the ordinary, and there is a strategic purpose for it, most likely.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yes. So that is the kind of point I wanted to make here.
Right.
Whether it's good or bad is something that can be left for the AIs, which give a minus 0.5 or something. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So basically, at this point, I think now we can get an idea of the kind of plan that Oscar has. Try again.
To make very polarized game or something? I don't know. To make just take territory and then like give white that kind of like a infrastructure here, and then try to like just reduce it later, as we saw a little bit
We also
before
actually
the stream.
so happy to game, right?
Yeah. Before the stream, we look at the game a little bit. So yeah, now black is going for the reduction later. So I guess that kind of polarized game was his plan. So he intentionally played that kind of move to make it polarized.
Kind of, yeah. It was a decision to make it into this kind of a game. So, for example, we can have a look at the certain territories that the players have right now. So black is basically like this here, and let's make the lower left corner like this maybe, and lower right corner like this maybe, possibly these two. So we can, for example, say that black already has these territories, more or less exactly these points.
Yeah.
And where's the white points, by the way? Maybe we can say that these 4 are white.
Then all the potential on the right side, but it's not like
on the right side, maybe white at least gets these, no matter. Maybe also these. Like, I'm talking about the kind of territory that could be taken away with some possible plan, right?
Yeah.
So these are the points that cannot really be taken away, no matter what.
Yeah.
So this is, for example, taking into account that, I don't know, black might play here and just, I don't know, move out. So we cannot really call this certain white territory yet. That's just the kind of a point I'm making here.
Right.
So these are the certain territories. And how is the count? I think white has 14 and Komi, right? So 20. I get 32 for black.
Right. So certain points are completely like fine for black, but
yeah. So black has more territory. We just say that black is playing a territorial game here.
Yeah.
And white is behind on territory, but to make up for that, white has this kind of a thing here.
Yeah.
And okay, so black had the territorial advantage, but surely with this kind of a position, you can, I don't know, you can throw a stone here, and maybe you can make points in this area, right? So it's not like the value of this, the outer white stones, or influence we call it. It's not like the value is exactly 0, right?
Yeah.
But we don't know what the value is. They have some value, but we don't know how much, right?
Yeah.
So this is basically the kind of, let's call it discussion that Black is trying to move this game into. So
Right.
Black has the early lead on territory. Okay, White has this outer position. How well can White turn this influence into something, into actual territory?
Yeah.
Because finally, at the end of the game, it's just territory that counts anyway, right? So
Yeah.
if you have influence right now, you need to turn it into territory, or you're just making a loss, kind of. The Go board has constant deflation. The value of territory just becomes bigger as the game continues.
And it's interesting how Oscar is playing Black here, because Oscar is usually the one who makes this kind of like outside influence.
Yeah, exactly. Oscar is generally a very influence-oriented player. He likes Moyo. He likes to be the one attacking. So that's also one hint for us here. So we see that Oscar is doing something that is against the textbook, and Oscar is doing something that is against how he usually plays.
Yeah.
So that's two out of the ordinaries. Why?
Marcel was asking if this is anti-Lucan plan. What
Yeah.
do you think, Jeff? Is this something against Lucan?
Probably. I can only answer like this, right? I can't answer more.
Right.
than this.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
fine.
Sure. Yeah.
Basically, that's how it should be, right? Because it's something that shouldn't happen normally, so there has to be some other reason, and then it can just be possibly that it's tailored against the opponent. I mean, it could be that Oscar is trying a different kind of play, like he's trying to change his style
Yeah.
in the middle of this European Grand Prix tournament with money prizes and everything. Yeah, no.
What tips did you give each player? Thanks for following
let's not go there
Fabin
for it.
and Wizardo and the X Carbon. Welcome.
50 years already.
Yeah, the kappa there is like a sarcastic addition.
I see.
So yeah, note that one.
But yeah, so if Funshave is still watching, this is already a verbal kind of way of trying to figure out what is happening, right? I mean, noticing that there is something happening that usually shouldn't be happening and trying to find reasons for it, right? Okay, Funshave is there. That's good.
Yeah.
So let's go a little bit further then. So this is not it. So Black played the Keima here. Some exchange in the lower left corner. Sets up the Ko at a4, so just White is not too easy to attack here.
Yeah.
Jeff, how did we call this move again? I think Jeff said that this is not Go.
This is not Go. I still say that.
This is like intentionally making Russian border, right?
Oh, wait. What is the Russian border?
Well, the Russian
So
border here is like
basically-
F16 to 06, that kind of like a Russian border, which is impossible to hold. So this is like intentionally making that one.
So kind of making a huge border, huge
Yeah.
territory.
Yeah, a very, very long border, but because that's just like the Russian country has a long border to all the countries, so we call it Russian border. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we called it
Yeah, so-
the airport. Well, airport is also
An
like
airport
big.
has to be more box-like, I think.
Yeah, box like in the center, well, big box.
Mm.
Yeah.
It is still unfinished, yeah. Lay on the borders of the idea. Jeff, what do you mean when you say this is not Go? I think that's interesting. I mean, I know, of course, what you mean, but can you tell the viewers?
Okay, can I explain it? You are saying. How can I explain it?
Yeah, why this is not Go?
I mean, this move doesn't exist. I mean, I've never seen anyone who played that two-space high jump and then play this one. I mean, this combination doesn't exist.
Where does it not exist?
Sorry?
Where does it not exist? Because
Like pro game I read, for example. I think pro game I read.
yeah. So
otherwise,
So
Yeah.
you mean it's kind of like a not part of traditional Go theory or knowledge, I guess.
you may say that, yes.
It's something that goes against the theory, basically.
Yeah, those stuff doesn't coexist. If White want to enlarge Moyo, basically you don't look at the 3 stones. You just look at that G8 stone on the side, and you directly enlarge from there. You don't look at the 3 stones.
G8 stone. What do you mean G8?
Oh, sorry. What is that coordinate? Q8. Q8.
Q8.
You just look at that Q8 and directly think about how to enlarge from there. The 3 stone at the bottom right corner doesn't exist.
So you mean, let me just mark it up.
Yeah, those don't
So
exist.
these
Yeah.
stones don't matter. So Jeff's idea would be more like this, I guess.
Oh, raid incoming?
No.
Who's going to raid?
Yeah, those 3 doesn't exist. Yeah.
Raid incoming, really?
Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, if you want to do anything, it is like this.
Mm-mm.
If you want to do anything.
Mm.
But yeah.
I guess it's this exact position because. for
Welcome,
example,
European Confederation with Tabra
Ah.
89.
That's
welcome.
we had a raid.
We have some big names here
Welcome
too.
in.
So like you might know Antti down there and Jeff down here and me with the biggest camera. We are commenting on Grand Prix. 5th place became Oscar and Lukan. Earlier we were talking a lot of AI things and difference between Asian and European players and stuff like that. So you might want to also see the VOD or hear it at least. We're having some nice discussions. But yes, welcome everyone. I guess
So fun.
yeah. I guess Antti can also introduce himself if somebody doesn't know Antti.
I will be streaming possibly tomorrow anyway, so I can just introduce myself then.
Right.
I mean, if there's to be a third game, I will be reviewing it.
Yeah, but Antti is our Finnish professional living in Japan. And yeah, as a special guest today, I'm very certain that most of you know Antti already. So
yeah.
it's probably me who is like the most weird one here. So
But you're getting famous too now.
yeah, well, some. It was very weird in Congress when some random people came to like, I've been watching you, and like I was like, what? Who are you? I haven't seen you ever. I've been watching you. Yes.
I see. So I will comment with Ali, not with Tangi. I see. If there are matches, yeah, we don't know yet.
Right.
Did Ilya win the first one? Nobody knows.
Yeah. What happened in your stream? Who won?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ilya won.
yeah.
Okay.
Ilya won. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
That's right. Let's go
surprises.
back to this game.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess the point Jeff was making was that, well, possibly, for example, this one could happen and this one could happen, right?
Mhm.
So if white defends his territory, then finally this stone at A is not doing all that much, right?
Exactly.
It's an uninteresting area.
Yeah. So we were discussing why this doesn't exist. 06.
Yeah, white doesn't exist.
Yeah. 06 doesn't
And-
exist.
If you try this kind of an attack, I think black's just going to crash through it immediately. You need to cut in a very brutal fashion if you want to try to attack it. So more like if you want to try to build the territory on the right side, then the feeling would be a little bit more like this, to keep a little bit more distance. And also, as we were talking earlier, basically it's fighting against the black A stone. It's not exactly preventing a black move at A, but it makes it look very stupid, right?
Right. And
If
also
you do it
making the
now-
Russian border a little bit smaller because. yeah.
I see, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit less like the Russian border and more like the Great Wall of
China.
Let's call it Hadrian's Wall. Hadrian's Wall. Hadrian Wall, I think.
Go Devil, thanks for following.
What is
what is
Anti's
Anti's
Twitch
Twitter?
channel?
Well, basically like NGD, I guess. So
Kind of NGD, but I basically, it's not me streaming there, it's the other teachers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I'm just the manager.
Those are two like ways to like see more Antti content. NGD, which is like Jeff's and Antti's online core school, and Nordic Code Dojo channel on Twitch, which has the NGD's lectures nowadays for free to everyone to watch every other Saturday. So yeah, we are kind of
it's
like in the
also on
between
YouTube.
here. Yeah, it's at the same time as this one started, but yeah. So next week is the next one, and yeah, also in YouTube as Antti mentioned. So yeah.
Actually, the next one is in 2 weeks, I think, because it's the second and fourth Saturday.
Right. Yeah.
Because there's 5 Saturdays this month.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are also raising money to give more these kind of lectures on this channel, or like
More
streams,
perspective.
not like lectures, but yeah, like just jamming.
Yeah. Go jam.
Yeah, catch
Yes.
jams in chat.
So Oscar's move of choice was this one.
Oh,
Is
very
this
much.
go?
Kind
of.
It's more like a go than the cap, but no.
I guess the argument for this move is it prevents a white move around. Where is it? Around here. But is this a good white move?
If you play this one, why you have the O6 there? This is again like
Yeah, that is true. So
Yeah.
it's 2 white moves, and it's not much better, right?
yeah.
Can you go one line further? But yeah, black is
Not
basically
recommended.
Black is basically fighting against this kind of idea here.
Yeah.
Let me just try it because Jeff is here. What if I play this one as black instead?
I'm sorry, one moment. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have talked about this.
We did this very briefly.
Yeah. So that's a very brief one. And basically, first, okay, I should say psychologically, white player notice this move, white player is shocked because you want to destroy my very. Let's say it is like we are fighting each other, and you directly want to enter my capital. And I don't know, I will lose my capital city. So the first thing is I'm shocked, and the second, my thinking will be to annihilate it.
Yeah.
So like honey from the above.
Right.
Right. And then I start the discussions.
Yeah. Normally, I'm used to it. Yeah, let's say to play with anti is always negotiation. Yeah. And so I choose. Yeah, I because here white has a surrounding support, so I try to make it difficult for black, so I cut. Yeah.
And I guess I should. I'm wondering if I should play the Hane here or not. Guess I should.
Discussion.
Yeah, and this is the first difficult moment. Yeah, because I guess I already know what kind of result he can be happy about.
Yeah.
So to prevent that to happen, I can only no, I can't do that. I have to accept that term here. So question is, can I get the end game only? Yeah, it's a small discussion now. Question is only, can I get the end game?
So you don't want to give like too many like moves for free in the center?
I mean, black will get the center. This is
Yeah.
already decided. The question is how black get the center and how can I get the side? Yeah, that's the only here.
Yeah. End game? Yeah. What end game?
Endgame with his verbalize. We will see in a moment.
Yeah, I guess.
see a moment.
But I'm not sure if Andy will gonna accept that term. Yeah, okay, I will just honey.
You will just Hane.
Admira, thanks for following.
Some reading for me to do here as well. Okay, so Jeff saw something annoying already. It sounds like.
I know what you're up to. And I have to accept the term. I hate it.
Wait, tell me, what turn is it?
Triple Gotte, thanks for following. I like your name.
So you were gonna cut an Atari something and aim at the double honey. But how do you make that happen? You first need to make the ladder work. But you were gonna put the second time and get a lot of other 40 move in the center too.
Oh no, that's too bad style. I cannot possibly do that.
Okay.
And go
Okay. If not that, then I guess it's easy to accept.
Okay.
That's the only thing I feel difficult to accept.
Maybe I should.
So you mean
move
like
the-
if I connect here, you mean you're happy to connect under?
Yeah, then because I can get the Nobi, that's the end game I'm talking about. If I get S13 here, is that S12? Yeah, I get S12.
Yeah.
S12, it looks okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so I get this kind of an outside, huh?
Yeah, you get that. But let's say the main thing is if I just get inside, you get that kind of outside. I may not be that happy, but S12, I guess, is a deal.
Yeah, so eventually in the game it might be something like this, and most likely we can get this too in center, most likely, because of this kind of follow-ups, or obviously this one, of course.
Yeah, once we can get that end game, to me is a deal.
I might also be fine with this as black, since I just have the ladder for this, right?
Yeah. You do. Yeah, it's a deal.
I mean, compared to what Oscar did in the game.
Yeah.
Well,
looks better to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just this one. Huh?
Seems like the AI thinks the 06 not go move was perfectly good. Yeah, that's possible, but we don't discuss AI here. This is human go.
Yeah. Whoa, I hurt myself. Why do I hear myself?
Really? It shouldn't come from here.
What? Okay,
What?
now I don't hear myself. Okay, that was weird.
Okay. Okay, but let's go forward maybe. Or should we try to summarize Q9? I mean, we were discussing with Yakago earlier about the intuition and so on. So I guess Q9 is the kind of move that I get by intuition first, right? I mean, this is not really a move that you read out because it's a little bit too much reading.
Yeah.
So I first get the kind of idea that, okay, this might be a move because, well, there's no because I get it automatically, right? But it's because I have seen similar kinds of situations so often. So it just kind of comes to my head, and then I start thinking about it, and then I try to see if it makes sense for this board position or not, right?
Yeah, so what is the idea behind this, like generally, like what you want to do instead of the move that happened in the game?
So of course, first of all, so there's the kind of value function thing that I assume that black is playing a territorial kind of game, right? Because we saw that it's out of the ordinary and black is going for territory.
Yeah.
So if we try to think of it in territorial kind of terms, then the right side is obviously the possible main source of white's territory, right?
Yeah.
So for the black play to be consistent up to this point, then the white right side territory has to be something that black will attack, right?
Yeah.
So with that, then we can already kind of we can separate the right side of the board as the main area of focus. So we just think of moves inside there that deal with the white territory, right? And once we have that separated, let me pause here. Well, I guess at around this point, we also want to take note of the fact that black has the A monkey jump there, right? So the main territory is a little bit closer to the B area and not really here on the right side. Right. So for example, even if this kind of an invasion might work,
right? Yeah.
It's totally not valuable because it's closer to the monkey jump that black has anyway. The territory already looks more like this. Sorry, not like. Not like that.
Right.
It looks more like this.
Right. Yeah.
So the R6, R7 area is totally not it, right? Okay, so now we know it's a B region, and then it's a little bit closer to just finding the right kind of shape or technique or kind of a combination to make the black play look reasonable in this area.
Yeah, and I guess attachment is one thing always to look at in these kind of situations to get forcing moves.
Because usually, yeah. So for example, we can already decide we can try to go for an invasion, or we can try to go for a reduction, right? So if black plays far away enough, like this Oscar's move, for example, this stone cannot really be attacked. You can play a cap here, and it just runs out, right?
Right.
Or you can try to surround from this side, and black just runs out. There's too many directions. Like maybe the only possible way for white to try to seal it is like this. And there's few weaknesses too many for this one to most likely. It's a bit too much. So this is a reduction and it's safe. Black is not in danger of getting captured. Downside is white could even just respond, right? So now the right side territory looks big. So that's the kind of idea that reduction is.
Yeah, yeah.
And it gives white quite a lot of territory, and black's territorial lead didn't used to be so big. So I personally get the kind of feeling that I should try to do something more severe against the white territory.
Mhm.
Ooh, we have Glenn inside.
Glenn.
Yes, from Norway.
Oh, that was Glenn. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, hello.
Wow.
And there were
Hey.
also many followers. Thanks for following, everyone. Hello, Glenn. Nice to see you.
You're welcome.
Very nice to see you
Nice
here.
to read you. Yeah, so we were talking about reduction and invasion here, and I kind of outruled reduction already. So then it's
Right.
invasion, and then it's again closer to what kind of a reduction looks reasonable. Like this invasion point is totally normal, and then there's the question of is there actually enough space to live here?
Yeah.
This looks pretty tough to me.
And is it Q9 kind of like a reduction and like a better reduction or invasion? Like depends what white plays, of course, because like
depends on how it plays.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the point. In Q9 can become very many different kinds of moves depending on the white answer.
Right.
This might turn into an invasion sequence, or if white tries to hold on to his territory, then it might turn into a reduction sequence. But this flexibility is also a big good thing about this Q9, because it means white's response is not easy. White has to think. And as Jeff also said, there is the emotional factor here, that this is the main white source of territory.
Yeah.
And black just goes inside and like, no, you don't have it.
Yeah, I guess that's why Yakako says here Q9 looks unreasonable. Just like that kind of shock that like no way that can be.
If I can get you to think that and forget how to think about rationally here, then it's already good for me, kind of.
Yeah, so your answer might be very emotional and then not so rational. Yeah.
Yeah. So if white goes down, then the situation is a little bit like the shape used to be like this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So it used to be a little bit less menacing of a moyo, and I also got to make this shoulder height exchange, which is some backup, so I can just go out.
Yeah.
Now this means the right side territory is not too big. Or it could be so it could be a white Hane. Okay, I will counter Hane, and I need to read this sequence, of course, but I have the letter. This is something I read.
Yeah.
White can go up. Okay, I don't need to read this because now the A stone is looking way too stupid. It's just inefficient.
So anything you do here is just good because A looks stupid.
Kind of, yes. I mean, of course, in reality, this is something I would still need to consider. But for me, it doesn't take too long to figure out that I can do like this and hanging connection, and I can either get out or make two eyes already. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So finally, there's just this upper Hane. It's pretty easy to see this quickly, and then it's reading from this point on.
Yeah. People who play A also like this small territory.
No good response, Tenuki. Did it make...
Yeah, and then this was as an answer.
Yeah. This kind of right side stuff, either we invade deep or do nothing. Otherwise, 0 point doesn't care.
Yeah. And this is kind of like that he didn't care, but
Yeah, the not care part comes from the fact that white doesn't have a very good move either, right? I mean, what is white going to do about this right side? Will white play this move? Do you feel scared about this move?
Yeah.
You don't, right?
Oh, hey, Oscar.
Oh, hey.
Speak of the devil, huh?
Yeah.
What was the result, actually? I still don't know the result.
White won by half.
White won by half. Oh my god.
Oh, that was
Okay,
a
this is gonna be
tight
exciting.
one.
Yeah.
Is the
I didn't
pizza
know it's
there
half.
yet? No,
my
it's
economy was
not.
more like 2.5 or 1.5, but at the end it's half. When Auntie heard my side, basically I counted. I know that let's say Oscar will gonna lose with a small margin.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good show still. If it's a half-point game, it's a high quality one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess
you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking to Oscar. You probably should get Lucan to join us together.
Yeah, so
Ah.
you can review with Jeff and
Yeah,
Antti,
because
that's
they
true.
are reviewing
Yeah.
together I think, for now.
Yeah.
But I guess it might be actually just better for them to do it with the two of them, because we have
Oh, yeah,
our
sure.
discussion here that is not really
Yeah.
connected to the-
Sure. Okay, sure.
Sure. Yeah, we cannot do
Yeah.
that deep in the details. Yeah.
So Jeff, my prediction is that you will call this area of play cloud. Is that right?
I don't understand what they are doing.
So it's not even cloud. It doesn't make sense.
I mean,
Just some weird.
I mean,
green.
what white play that move? I understand. Black this move is kind of like a waste of money. Yeah, that's my description. Because P7 values something and this one fixed it forward. I don't get it.
The A weakness here.
Yeah, that values something. So if black just get out there and then in the future A values something, black may say I trade A for something else, but what? I don't get it.
What do you mean trade A? Do you mean white can fix it, or do you mean that you will play A, but white gets something else?
No, I mean, for example, white just bomb there to fix it, and that one I think is changed. The A doesn't exist anymore. So you imagine here white just play 07.
I will play 07.
If white play 07, I'm just saying that here I'm trying to think about logically. Yeah.
So you're saying that originally there is some kind of weakness here that might happen later.
Yeah.
So fundamentally the shape is problematic, is what you're saying.
Yeah. That's why I don't understand that came. To me,
right.
I wouldn't do that.
I mean, I guess obviously black is setting up. Black wants to play this schema, but he cannot do it immediately, right?
So trying to force something before that. Yeah.
But he's kind of paying for it, right?
Okay.
Also, if we do it the reading way, should I start with? Well, let's just play this bump and this schema. And how fine is this also? I guess it'll be fine, but
yeah, because since white has paid, then black also pay.
Yeah. So if black simply gets out, then white starts to want thinking about moves like this, right?
Yeah. This is how we eventually get this kind of stuff.
Right.
I'm just saying, even if white just answer at 07, to me white is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did black get with this move when white already?
So he can schema. That's
so he can play this schema.
Yeah.
Right, he gets the white shape.
Right.
Yeah. But to me, it's a little bit waste of money. But he has a point.
Sure. Yeah.
Waste of money, I see. Yeah, so white just jumped. So black played the game. So white hatched.
That's here.
So he's white is basically saying that the black stones are not under attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also black shape is a little bit weird here because if black they're not honey, black needs to honey here.
Really? I thought just extending would be fine.
Oh, you think okay? If I were black, my feeling is black need to honey.
Black did honey in the game, but I mean this way, the A region is open, the B region is open. You're kind of pushing yourself. You're pushing the opponent against your other shape, right?
Okay.
Yes, that is a good exchange for black. Black got stronger and white got still two problems. So.
But I guess white will just fix it, right?
Yeah, white needs to fix it. Yes.
So this feeling is I play around here, huh?
Yeah.
So now you have the P7 problem.
And white will gonna immediately do that ugly stuff.
O7?
How about they do it like this?
This way.
Yeah, this ugly stuff has to happen. Yeah. Yeah, and still have to.
Still exists.
Yeah, still have to.
So still like this, huh?
Yeah, it has to be.
And then we can kind of evaluate what happened, right? So A got traded for B. White got to make a small profit here, but
yeah, just
that one. Black got out here.
And white got some cloth in the
Yeah.
And finally, it's also black center. I'm quite fine with this black, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, in total.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much changed than that. Like black got some solid points on bottom, and
Yeah.
white got some cloud.
This kind of weird stuff happened. This happened.
Yeah, you put it in this order, I accept a lot easier. Yeah, you put it in this order. Then to me, black clearly wins.
Yeah. Change the order of most everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So game was the honey. So obviously
Block.
this side.
Okay. I'm first amazed by black block there. Does black need to block?
So you're going to extend.
Yeah, to me extend is fine.
Should we play
And
the
he
card as well then? Well, I guess it's the same.
Not important yet. I don't think white will push and cut. So what's the problem?
Push and cut would be one of the worst shapes possible.
Yeah. That is
Mm.
why to me black with honey. Because I don't think there's a problem.
Yeah.
But he block. I didn't expect he block. And you're right. White cut from there.
Yeah, are you sure? Because if you cut from this side, do we play the Atari as well?
I mean,
sure
it's
just
extremely risky, but at least I understand. Cut from that side.
If white chooses this option, then white is actually starting to make a lot of territory, and the black A stone is it looks inefficient, right?
Yeah.
Depends on what theirs can
Yeah,
see.
depends on me here. Yes.
But just shape-wise, it's going to be a little bit slow.
Why cut from there? Why not cut from there?
So black just connects,
Oh.
and white also.
Sorry. Okay, now it's even more polarized. I guess black is fine with this one, right?
It's under pretty heavy attack.
It is, but it's a huge risk for white also because white will lose everything if this lives. So
That is what black is basically saying. Yes.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
what
what black's strategic choices are saying.
yeah, goes well together with what black has been playing like from the beginning. So yeah,
How did black know that white will gonna turn from this side?
yeah, not everything of course, but
It's
like
like
black was
if you
planning
know.
for this. So yeah,
So Jeff is thinking that Oscar's plan here is actually good. Eh?
If he knows white will gonna turn from there. I mean, I wouldn't do that. I would still just simply knob it. But like this, at least it's possible. I think black can survive.
oh,
And
fourth
once
is
that
scary.
has survived, then it is well, it's what black wanted.
Yeah, I think black can
With no
survive.
regard to if it's good or not. That's a
But I
different-
wouldn't expect white to cut from there.
Chat says that N14 is scary. In that one.
Yeah, why white doesn't play N14? If white play N14, right? I understand why he didn't play N14.
The cutting point.
Yeah, intentionally
Yeah.
played that one.
Yeah, he's looking at that shape. But,
So this could be actually cut apart, huh?
Oh, right. Yeah. And then
Well,
how problematic it is? Yeah, I'm evaluating. It's not that problematic. Yeah, black needs to face two trouble first.
but it's also a kind of you lose some, I lose some kind of
Like that.
certain, right?
Okay.
If it's just this one, then it's going to be cut apart, right?
Yeah.
So that must be the reason for white's choice anyway.
Okay. This came.
And then black still cuts, so it's totally.
what?
Is this necessary?
No.
I want to go for the kill, but
Yes. No. As white, I will go for the kill.
how should we do? It feels like there's something at R6, like
I know. I'm
Yeah, I'm showing
earlier I was
viewers.
looking at this.
So this might be able to connect under with t5, so it might be
Yeah,
some
yeah.
this kind of thing. And sorry, black might get this one, and white might not have eyes. Well, there's something at r10 also. So it's not
Yeah,
clear.
yeah.
Okay.
But maybe diagonal.
Yeah. That direction fix it.
Yeah. So in this case, white is going to be alive and connected, no problem. Huh?
Yeah. So black only chance will be to kill the outside 5.
Yes.
And look
Cannot
good luck
make
with
2
that.
eyes inside, so he has to kill white. How do you kill
I can't see it. Yeah, so I thought I would definitely go for it.
Scorpion
Yeah.
Roop?
Yeah. Good luck.
How to kill the scorpion? How do you start to kill this? Like here? But
No.
This I don't think so. The shape is not reliable, right?
Yeah.
will you go for it directly or
Yeah,
just
right.
make
Probably unnecessary. Probably unnecessary. I think white can just live.
like this?
Yeah, I'm thinking about when do I make that extend. Because that extend will
I
gonna
guess
give
we
half eye.
But we also have a L7, so Jeff is talking about this exchange, right?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to say it can also be like this.
Okay. Got it.
Let me Uchi, thank you for following. I still hear myself sometimes. That's weird.
I don't think this white can die, but doesn't look like white doesn't think that way.
It feels like there's too much space, so even if it's just capturing rays, I think white will win this finally. Isn't that the case?
I don't know about capturing this. I am confident white can live.
Okay. So why didn't this happen?
Like this, what?
So this is preparing the S9, right? Because
But can he? Oh, yeah, I think he is worrying about when he came, that attachment come right away.
I guess. White will play
But
this first, yeah.
yeah.
And white finally just fixed, so white didn't try to. Let's see what happens.
Locally, it is not alive.
Like this kind of trouble will be. But also white has R9.
Yeah, but black cannot start from here. Black still can start with the old
Wait.
only.
So basically the shape looks like this, right?
Yeah.
The one we do not
Black
speak of
probably-
agreed with White's decision. Looks like White could die. I guess you
Black
mean AI.
probably could take a liberty here, aren't you? That liberty matters. Black probably shouldn't bamboo. Take a liberty, please.
Take a liberty, okay?
Yeah, take a liberty because that can be crucial here. I can see it matters. And now black jump down.
Oh, sorry.
Go down. Yeah. That liberty matters, right? And now you can turn. And white cannot get S2.
So is this like one of these or?
But does this matter? I don't think this matters. So black still came? He can honey first. Does he need to honey first? He just came right away.
It cannot. Oh, I see. I cannot go down or anything.
Yeah.
You are right. Yes.
So to me, this is dead.
And if it's a capturing race, wait. If it's a capturing race, then what?
If it, yeah, that I don't know. I just know locally this is dead.
Okay.
Capturing race
And
could
black
be hard.
still, yeah.
I guess white is dead. It
I
feels a
think
bit
white
too
is dead.
far.
Yeah.
Does
Black
that
has a
white
lot of
group-
liberty.
Yeah, the white group actually doesn't have so many liberties. Okay, so as can be clearly seen,
Yes.
is there really?
Yeah, black turn.
Clearly.
Why does this feel weird? But yeah, anyway. So it was troublesome for white. White cannot kill. So this has to happen, huh?
Defending has to happen. I'm not sure if that move is optimal, but I guess it's probably not a big deal. And white is, I remember in the game, white is playing this solid to prepare for something. So yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the original white potential on the right side, we could say, it finally turned into just these points, right? That's not a big deal. And there's something going on with these two black stones. But now the question is just the upper side, right? So I can play like a one move around here, and I think that's called territory.
Okay.
Okay. It's not.
Okay, let's continue. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so there's going to be a story.
Oh. There's something devastating.
Yeah, this is also
in
actually
future.
painful.
Yeah, this is the price black has to pay. Yeah, that's why white plays solid on the right.
So that's the reason for R6 basically to make.
Oh no.
Yes. So black also has to fight. So it's going to turn into a kind of a nobody has any territory kind of game.
Yeah. This game eventually will be like that. And white just played here. I was wondering, to me, white can clearly do better than this. As for shape, it's Hoshi.
Oh shit. So you want to get the Ponnuki from that sequence. This would obviously be better. Black has the very stupid way of trying to resist that.
What? That's not what I can imagine.
Yeah.
And the tail is, at least the tail is gone. And yeah, this is a possibility.
Exactly. At least the tail is gone.
Yeah, then it's not worth it.
Although, actually, if that happens, I think Black will be happy because he defends the low
But
side.
yeah, this wouldn't happen. White will connect that one stone first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, Siku. It's time to wake up.
Yeah.
Could this be a co-fight?
Oh no.
Okay.
Basically.
Because if you cut directly, I play here, right?
Yes, but I'm thinking no, white is fine now because the corner is already dead. Yeah. Am I right? The corner is already
corner
is already dead, no matter what. Yeah, so now white can relax.
So just the N2 stone in itself is already.
Yeah, to me, white can definitely do harder here. White just play that modest jump. Yeah, this is very modest. Here, this fixed black up a lot here.
Yeah. No, it's only white who has problem.
Yeah, if like this, I don't prefer white has done nothing around there.
Because the group couldn't possibly die anyway, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just go down.
Yeah, just kill it. Yeah, that corner. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. If you do anything, it's K4 or do nothing. But here, yeah, this part I was watching this one. This one can't black play M2. Yeah, Oscar is here too. Yeah, can't black play M2 to live.
Yeah, Oscar says he felt like white needs top side to be even with points.
But kind of like white will play this cut, right?
Yeah, Atari. You still need to Atari on that, I think. Huh? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. So I don't have time for that.
Yeah, so this is just for the viewers. This is just to prevent the under.
Oh, okay. I don't have time
because we
that.
have L2, K2.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
So no choice about that.
Okay.
Oh, Oscar says Antti needs Anti's argument about the top side was wrong, that white needs 2 moves on the top side.
So that move around age 15 doesn't make territory? I still find it arguable.
Thanks for following, Shibi.
Okay. Let's continue.
Yeah. So okay, so finally it is it's still just 5 groups for black. Okay. Here. Okay. I see. Peep here, but these stones don't matter anymore, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so black but that's got
Quabox, thanks for following.
white takes them. Okay, so this is to defend the lower left corner, huh? Mhm. Mhm. And then 18.
This is about cut there, okay.
So wait. So what am I not reading? There's some really sharp reading. So if white just stupidly blocks, everything will die somehow, huh?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Everything will die. Is it like this?
And then FB16.
B16 just Kozumi.
Then you can enter there. Yeah, true. Okay, yeah.
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 Wait. What Kozumi are you talking about?
Yeah, because Miko said P16, and I said P16, you just N16 Kozumi.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, that's easy. Question is there a wedge? That's the only question.
Which directly? Yeah, that's
Which
the
is kind
good
of thing,
timing.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the only question. Yeah, and
This shape is still troublesome.
but can white cut? Can white cut?
This is
I know it's extremely tight, so I'm not sure. I get black and Kozumi here, huh? And connect. And cut.
Wow.
And what the hell is this? And capture. In general, I believe white cannot do this.
Yeah. Oh, Sean, thanks for following.
Do this, huh? Wait, so if I wedge here,
What is this again?
like this.
I don't know. I mean, I'm counting about white capture the 3, but still die version.
Ah, what?
And I jump.
Oh. What?
Oh, that's possible.
Whoa.
Because black's running too strong, right?
Yeah.
Wait, but isn't this one of those really classic Tsumegos in the corner?
Oh, you did this.
Oh.
So finally it's like this, right? And like
Yeah,
this.
then we have to face with this core stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, let's leave this at complicated and go for it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So
But
yeah,
white
why did you
make,
want
like,
complications?
really painful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, like this, I think black is happy. If black can get this exchange.
Wait, so is this one of those situations where we make a question here? But black
Oh.
might answer.
Yeah.
Black answer. Oh no, black has to answer because the right side group is not alive.
But can black directly attack?
Like how?
Yeah, this can come to some negotiation. Black still can only jump.
You mean 050
And
now?
then white will gonna attack that. Okay, yeah, if jump happens.
So I need to do this, right?
And now, not black, Atari back. Kind of. But no, Atari back doesn't solve the problem. Atari back doesn't solve the problem.
Yeah,
But,
so I think in general, black has to play this one, right? Unless
Okay.
black could. But that means, what does this mean? Can white now play this?
I think so, because now you block at Hotch's setting.
No, block at house is
Shit.
basically center.
Yeah.
I mean, black could technically try this kind of thing, but that means the upper side 4 stones are.
Yeah.
going to
So
be in trouble.
yeah,
right?
this will be kind of a exchange. All right.
Kind of money or tricycle kind of question. Don't-
Yeah, without head.
Might be. It might be the kind of situation where S14 becomes a good move. Might be. I'm not sure yet. It needs a lot of reading. If just this happens, then the upper side is totally open. Well, just crawl. Just crawl.
Ah,
Because
Ah.
what?
okay. So
No,
this what you mean, like we need another move.
But if black just goes for a life, then it should be immediately, right?
Yeah, it should have been.
Yeah,
around
without
here.
crawl. Yeah, true.
Yeah, it should have been.
Yeah, because you can use moves around, possibly the jump, possibly this one, a little bit more easily, I think.
Thanks for quoting that second.
Money or tricycle question.
From Donald Duck.
It's very famous in Finland.
Yeah.
So what is this?
Hmm.
Just J18 is going to kill it, huh?
And white choose to play safe.
Oh, he needs this one to kill, or
So if white went for it immediately, black's going to cut here. I guess that's the
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, and white nobby.
And
C17.
Black probably needs C18 here. This one I think white can manage.
so this way the capturing race is good enough, huh?
I believe. I actually I don't know, but I believe. I thought black might need something like C18 to get something extra.
So it's a push, right?
Yeah, and honey.
So if I play this one,
Actually, there's nothing we can do. So we can't even honey. We can only pull back. Yeah, black cannot even honey. Black can only pull back. No, pull back. Back. But there's also some problem.
but
Yeah. Also looks pretty negative.
Mm.
Well, more hope than earlier at least.
I have no idea what's going on here. Actually, looks troublesome for white. I think white is
Yeah. There's a chance.
Yeah, what he's playing all the time, like he doesn't want to take a risk like this. So
Yeah, I don't think here what even read it. What just doesn't want.
yeah.
That makes sense, yes.
Sesuil,
So then
thanks
black
for
was able
following.
to play.
And Perkle. Thanks for following.
Upper honey, not lower. I thought it's lower one here.
Yeah, to me it's clearly lower honey.
So white cuts and black's escaping might be a bit. Actually, can we escape?
To me it's possible.
Even like this one, it's already better than the game, I think.
Yeah, sure.
What is-
sure?
Okay, so I guess white has to just play this one. Huh?
Yeah, but then it's already better.
Then it's even better.
Yeah.
So some, at least Centauri at C13.
Yeah.
Upper one means white will get to go down, and now the territory is good for white here.
I thought he was aiming at C18 before the Atari. I thought.
Ah,
I thought, but that didn't happen.
that's a good one, actually. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's,
because I didn't figure out why he cross-cut.
and even this one is not really sent. It's not sent against black, right? Black is just alive. Even if this kind of a thing.
Yeah, because we have that move, that J16.
Even if white gets this one, it's still yeah.
Yeah, that J16 move is helping.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so just
I mean,
like
because
white has to play there and
yeah.
kind of endgame value at C18.
Mm.
Most likely you prefer A over B here anyway, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for staying,
But
Pirra
I
Coat.
still prefer black just
See you
coming
later.
from the under. I thought that cross cut is, I mean, A is only my explanation for why black cross cut. I thought
And-
that is the case, but that's not the case.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Mm.
And black answered.
Mm.
Wait, so is there
Something
something
in the
else?
demo?
Like, did white have a killing move here? But that's just alive.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Mhm.
That's just alive.
Dave,
So,
my
that
pizza
was
which I
fine.
ordered 10 minutes ago is here. Yeah, mine is like, what, how many hours?
What? You still didn't get it.
Hello, Bunny Mice. I already
there's
ate my
something
pizza. God damn it, you people.
Uh, wait, so why does black go through here? Black's group was already alive and black is not attacking. What is going on?
Mm.
There's
Yeah, I
nothing
think-
there.
I think he didn't have time. That's a problem.
Ah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm. And I guess also he didn't expect when he does that white Atari.
But it's kind of a free call for white anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the call happens.
Mhm.
Most likely instead of this one, black what?
Whoops.
Black should have captured this one, I feel.
Yeah.
Bigger.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like there's even some follow-up discussions. Peep here and start cutting white up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess it's fairly fine, but the shape becomes weaker anyway.
Mm.
Yeah, so black
So
lost
then
a
it's-
move there, kind of. Or...
And why black connect this one? I don't. This is the move I understand the least in this game. Finish the call and switch to either call to play.
So the question of which is the easier call for black?
Yeah. Yeah. White offer the opportunities for either call, so black takes the offer. The call is about the equal size probably. I probably actually if A5 is bigger anyway.
Might be, yeah. A5 is surprisingly big when you consider the
Mm.
possibilities.
Mm.
Yeah, white finishing it, or yeah, black getting this
Yeah,
one.
because if white gets to finish it, then there's the E2 follow-up. This is almost center because black
Yes, this is center. This is
Yeah.
center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that call is way too big.
So
Yeah,
white's
I don't understand.
always center, then that means yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Definitely.
way bigger than the lower right corner.
Mm.
So now it means white got infinite core threats there.
Mm.
Not infinite, but many.
And also here I don't understand because white just a block there. White has 0-1 Sene. I mean about white, I'm too. White could have decent.
This one, yes.
Yeah, he could have done this.
Yeah, it's better, of course.
Mm.
I guess it's difficult after all. They have just 20 seconds per move, right?
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to play optimal endgame here.
Mm-hmm. And probably I think white counted.
Mm.
And finally this call.
And I think my recording stops pretty quickly around here. But we already kind of see the shape of the... Oh, okay, so it finished actually.
Oh,
We
okay.
see the shape
So,
of the
yeah.
game.
Yeah, white finished that call also. So feels
So
bad
now
for
it
black because
is
black
it
lost
half
only
point?
one half-point game.
Hmm?
Feels very bad for black because it was a half-point game in the end.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, both players had many chances here.
Yeah,
sure.
many.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, it's already been almost 3 hours. Did we actually cover all the content that we talked about?
I mean,
I
we
guess
talked about
so.
AI. We even had like this discussion about this game. We talked about food. My pizza which didn't come.
How professional Go players study today? Well, that one we kind of skimmed, but it was related anyway. Why Go is still a good hobby. Okay, so we didn't do that either. So I
Yeah,
guess that means
so-
we have topics for next time also then.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
have to get some more donations to get the next stream, so we have some topics for later. But yeah, this is exactly 3 hours now, so yeah.
We could
Yeah.
do some quick question hour at this point. Then.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's chat a little bit and then end up close up the stream. So yeah, any questions? Now is your perfect chance to ask them.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
now random questions instead of something about can be about anything now.
Yeah. Anything, not about this game, but yeah, anything. Question to Antti: would you say there's a difference in strength between this was the earlier one?
Kansai-kin and Kansai-kin Insei, but unfortunately, I have no idea about Kansai-kin Insei and their level. I don't know their numbers. I haven't seen any games by them. I know that Kansai-kin has some strong young players, so at least there's got to be strong Insei from time to time. I'm not sure if there's always.
Why is Go a good hobby? Well, now it comes. That's a question.
Yeah, I guess this could be a bigger topic as well, but
Yeah, we could talk about it later, also in more in detail. But if you have to like answer very quickly to this one, what is your like
Yeah.
main
I actually
point?
tried to, yeah, I tried to set it up at one point in the discussion when there was the discussion of. Do you remember when I mentioned that you can have the kind of game where you put money in and press button and then you see you win,
Yeah.
which is basically what if you're using an AI to win games online, that's basically what you're doing. It just takes more time, right? But pressing the win button, and there's not really much purpose in doing that, right? I mean, if it's just me who is thinking differently, then that's fine, but there's not much purpose there, right? Just winning in itself doesn't really mean anything, right? Does it?
Just to win. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to use your time to win some games, and you can have that win button and press it over and over and feel good about yourself.
That's like a clickers. Or like a clicker games, like a cookie clicker. You just press a button and you get more cookies.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I never
So
understood those. Yeah.
assuming that you want to play a game on your free time, then I guess it's more interesting to play something that feels more meaningful than just that. So preferably something that, improving is one of the more fun things that you can do if you spend more time, right? Because if you improve, then you can still feel good about yourself, but it lasts for longer, right?
Yeah.
Just as a very quick answer, this would be what I would say.
That was about AI and hobby, or
That
Well,
was also
just
about AI,
general.
but also why Go is still a good hobby in itself,
right.
because there's basically no limit to how much you can improve. So it will continue to be interesting all the time.
But how about like without considering AI at all? Like, why is Go a good hobby in general? Like in general, like not like.
So you mean like Go in particular, or?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
without considering AI at all. Like, why is Go? Why, if there's someone, for example, now in chat who doesn't play Go, why should they start playing? What would be your main point to?
Point for Go. Okay.
Yeah,
So
sell Go.
So of course, Go is a game, first of all. So if you don't like playing games, then it doesn't make sense. But I guess you're also in the market for playing games, right?
Yeah, you are watching Twitch, so yeah, what are you doing if you're not playing games?
True enough. Well, I guess the main selling point for me has to be the fact that I just love the fact the fact that the game is simple, the rules are simple, and what emerges from it is very complicated. So already in a mathematical kind of sense, it's very beautiful, I think.
Yeah.
But
Simple and
there is the one other point I like about Go, about playing Go, is as I also mentioned in the stream earlier, is that you kind of get a kind of telepathic connection to your opponent during the game.
Yeah.
Without talking anything, you still get a glimpse of what the opponent thinks is important, and you can kind of make a non-verbal communication of it,
Yeah.
exchange of ideas without talking, and that's also something that's really beautiful, I think.
I'm sure like some other games have this too, but like yeah, I like Go also for the like simplicity and beauty in that. So yeah, I like.
But I mean,
also that.
I'm not a strong chess player or anything.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even know that much about chess. Chess, sorry.
Very fun.
Yeah, so just I just get the impression that the top level chess won't be like that. It's still more about mechanical reading and kind of one-upping the opponent with a complicated sequence.
Yeah.
Whereas Go is more like I think this area of the board is big because, and I do this kind of a thing because, and this kind of. You can explain it with more kind of a. It's not this move, this move, this move, this move. That's good.
Yeah.
It's more like a complicated explanation.
Yeah.
Or why you're doing something.
Yeah, also just because Go board is so much bigger and it has more abstract kind of word than just very detailed. And chess has also like very complicated rules compared to Go. So that's one reason why I never got too much into chess. I tried to, but I never liked chess. So yeah.
Yeah, I tried also recently when I was watching Queen's Gambit. So just for like 2 or 3 days, I was very motivated. Yes, finally, let's learn chess. Let's become a good chess player.
Yeah,
then a few days into it, so it's become this kind of studying eventually. Yeah, okay, fine, enough.
Right, yeah. We need Netflix Go series like Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, like
so if there's anyone like making Netflix series in the chat now, please make one for Go.
Yeah. In one of the lectures I held recently for one of the Japanese universities, I basically just summarized that Go is gamified meditation.
Nice. Oh, we have.
I mean, that's basically what it is, right?
Yeah, I like that one. There is basically like many chess players also in the chat, so like.
I'm not trying to make a point of which game is better.
We're not like trying to like bully chess or anything, but just why we like Go over chess.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just giving some arguments for why I might think that I like Go better.
Fusion Last, thanks for following. I remember being less an hassle when I played it was a kid. You mean chess? Well, yeah, I guess many Western people have played chess at least like when they were kids. So like just capturing the pieces or whatever. So yeah. Does that happen in Asia also, Jeff? Like, do the kids like play just Go for like capturing the pieces kind of style, like what happens in Western world with chess? Like has every kid basically played Go in some point in Asia?
No way.
No.
Not similarly as Western kids have played chess, because I guess like most of the kids have played chess in some point.
Yeah, not even that often, I think. I'm not sure about China. Is it like that in China?
I think it's kind of similar to Japan. Talking about Go, that is.
Oh, really?
Okay. Do they know the rules as well as?
No.
Most people will gonna tell you, I have seen this, but that's it.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a question. Antti, do you feel calm or anxiety tension while playing? For tournament games, of course, I have to say that it's more like anxiety and tension. But the point I was trying to make is that to be able to play a tournament game well, I need to be able to clarify my thinking very well. I need to monitor myself that I'm thinking about the right things, and basically make my head quiet of everything else but Go. So call it like a mindfulness, for example. But anxiety and tension is a very important thing there, because if I feel totally calm while playing, then I won't be totally concentrated on the game, right? So I will just mess up some very simple things in that case. The anxiety is a good thing there.
Yeah. Any other sport is also like that. You cannot be too relaxed.
Yeah.
But also not too like I don't know, like anxious or.
But yeah, basically, when you're doing anything that is important for you, like even just making a presentation or anything, the anxiety and tension is there to make you able to perform well.
Yeah.
Right. Make you concentrate.
Yeah. And that goes with the meditation part also, about like that you have to like concentrate only on Go, so that's why it's like gamified meditation.
Yeah.
Hex, thanks for following.
Also, one interesting part with being a professional Go player is that actually preparing for your games becomes almost the main work. I mean, of course, you also have to go to the Nihonkin and you need to actually play the game, and it might take 6 or 8 hours.
Right.
But you have 2 weeks of time between when you get to know the pairing and when you actually play the game.
Right. Yeah.
And for example, if you're sick on the day of your game, then you lose already, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Or if you're overworked and you didn't get to sleep well, or if you're in bad physical condition, or or if you don't have enough money and you have money problems in that way, and you have to win the game to be able to pay for your next meal, then that's also
yeah.
There's so many different dimensions to how you need to prepare for the game.
One weird thing in Go is the adrenaline rush a certain fight can give. Yeah, this like feels like you're actually like physically fighting when you have like some like very like intense fighting going on. For example, that you might die, so it actually feels also physically like the adrenaline rush actually comes like in real fight. Yeah.
How do you prepare for your matches? Are you deciding on an opening in case you get black? For me. Well, but there's a 50-50 chance I get black or white, so I don't think that much. I don't prepare a specific pattern. But between the 2 weeks of knowing the pairing and actually playing, I try to get a good playing condition, of course, and I try to make clear what kind of a game I like to play right now. Like if I'm in a territorial mode or influential mode. And possibly just a few days before actually playing the game, I will also check some games from the opponent to get a general kind of idea of what kind of a player they are. But I try not to think too much about that, because if I try to play the opponent's game, then that's basically not playing my own game, right? During the pro exam in 2015, when there were 2 games each weekend, and then 5 days between when there was basically nothing, I would always be preparing for the exact opponents, because I know the kind of game they play and their weaknesses and so on. And then just on the day before the matches on Friday, I would just go to a park to think about nothing, just to be in the middle of nowhere and do nothing. That was my preparation.
Yeah. In games during the main time, I feel like my attention anxiety level is about right, but in Bioyomi, it's definitely too high. Any tips on how to get better at this? Yeah, I guess many people have this problem, so do you have any tips?
Yeah, and also Jeff also said that basically the situation in pro tournaments in Japan and normal tournaments in Europe, it's just totally different, right? Because Japanese pro tournaments have 5 periods of 60 seconds, and in European tournaments you have 20 or 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Depends on tournament, but yes.
Yeah.
So
like that.
possibly Jeff can give a better response for this question.
So how to deal with Bioyomi?
Yeah,
and
basically. Yeah, like being anxious during Bioyomi, so that makes your playing harder when you're in Bioyomi. So you cannot concentrate as well.
I'm recently working on specific of let's say we already worked beyond Bioyomi. We already working on specific on how to do better in Bioyomi and what kind of common mistakes some of my students actually make in Bioyomi, and then how to change. So we already come to I'm saying different people has different kind of mistakes in Bioyomi, and please remember the way has to be you play faster games. You play faster games, and then
to get used to
after that faster game,
many people get disappointed after playing the first game as, hey, this game is rubbish. Compared to my normal play, yeah, this is so bad quality. I don't even want to look at it. Please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't. Please review that game as if it is your normal game. But because then you're gonna see, okay, so now I'm reviewing the game. You don't need actually a strong player to review the game for you. You just review the game by yourself because you know your normal level what it is, and this one is lower than that. So basically, you are your own teacher already, and here you just criticize him, and you just tell him this is wrong. It should be that. Okay, not over. Why is that? Why is that? How did you make the decision there? And let's say how much the time factor has played there, because sometimes with limited time you can actually do it right, but you convince yourself you cannot. You cannot, and you convince yourself you don't have the time. Actually, you do. And first, find them out. Those you can do it directly right. And for some of them, which is actually the time factor, it is about reading, it is about judgment. Okay, and then you figure out specific, and then let's say you're going to have a different ways. So for example, I have given one of my students the solution as, okay, so here, I'm going to read about after this invasion, what is going to happen, but it's complicated and I only have 30 seconds. Well, I'm going to read it, but now I have already prepared a move. That is in case if I read it, I don't know, or let's say I cannot really read it out yet, and then I'm going to play that move. That's my bottom line. Yeah, you can set something up like that, and in case you read things out, you can do it. Then you play your way, but otherwise you play the bottom line. That is the way.
That bottom line is very good actually. It's a very good Pyoyomi technique in general.
Yeah.
Because the worst possible thing that can happen is that you still don't have a move and you're like down 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah.
Play somewhere and you don't
Play
have
somewhere. Yeah.
play it triangle.
Yeah. So to have some kind of backup plan to like at least like lower the anxiety a little bit. That I can do this, and then can I do better?
Yeah.
And
so at least this one.
Like if you have code threads, you can use one code thread to get 30 seconds more.
Yeah. So or let's say if you think this is too important, I have to read it out. I must play here now. There's no bottom line. Then you prepare in advance. Okay, which one I'm gonna play in order to get more time, and now you read.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the anxiety will go down more you get used to the time troubles. So just play more fast games, and the anxiety will go down. That should lower those kind of level mistakes that you know when you're playing slow game, and just also what Jeff said, like that quickly you just don't play those kind of mistakes. So those mistakes should go down when you play just more fast games.
Yeah. And also here, mindset is actually kind of important too. Let's say when you play the game in a normal time setting, your mind just, okay, let's take my time and relax and get a cup of tea here and think it over. You know, 2 minutes before you switch to Pyoyomi, your mind need to switch. Now this is war time, man. Every single second is valuable. Your mind, you must actually get your mind active.
Yes.
Yeah. That is very true also, Game becomes different.
Yeah.
Wartime, I like that.
Yes, it is. Yes,
yeah.
Martial law.
Yeah. Emergency, that's the emergency situation. Then emergency matters. So we cannot really have daily life anymore.
Yeah.
I tend to not lose by time, but plonking a stone which you think was a core threat, but it actually isn't, is bad enough. Also, you play something which to save time, and then it wasn't.
It was sent, but was not sent, and then the opponent ignores something.
Right, that kind of thing.
That could also happen, So it has to be careful enough, at least, that part.
Yeah, and that will also go down when you play more. You just have to used to it more, so
Well, the preparation work basically just has to be more precise.
Yeah, also when you have time already, exactly. When you have time, prepare those kind of moves that you can play when you have time trouble.
Also on the opponent's move, on the opponent's turn, that's the best kind of timing to just
true. Yeah.
Find your next center moves.
Yeah,
preparing the bottom line move in advance is very valuable.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions or Are we going to?
Does the beauty of a game still matter to you post AI era, or is there simply a different kind of beauty now?
Ooh, nice question.
But the game is the same, right?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, there is the, let's call it the ugly fact that dogmatic thinking still exists, right? I mean, just before the AI, it used to be that, okay, this Lee Sedol played this move, so it's correct. We should always play this move in this situation. That kind of thinking, right? Or that kind of argumentation.
Yeah.
And now it's just, instead of Lee Sedol, it's Katago thinks this is the only move. 95%.
Yeah, to me, what has happened because of AI is that like previously, like beautiful game looks certain way, and like beautiful shapes are different, like certain moves that professional play, and like then nowadays it's kind of like anything is possible kind of mentality. Like you can play like in opening also like anything is possible. That doesn't change the like that kind of beauty from Go, that it's very simple, and the rules and like how to like apply them. So like I guess AI is just applying them deeper than we are, because for example we don't know how to handle center and they know, but like yeah, they just apply the rules a lot like stronger than we can, but it's still the same game like you said. So
yeah. Game didn't change, just if we just avoid the dogmatic thinking, then it's just as good as it used to be. Is there anything else?
But being confident about what you read in fast games. Yeah, confidence is also very good thinking. Also, that you have to just trust yourself when you play, especially in time troubles. That just try to read, like just try to trust your reading more. That like you don't spend too much time in like rereading something because you're not sure or whatever. So like just try to like go in that kind of mentality when you are in BOV, that my reading is correct. If it isn't, then you just have a problem with reading. But you cannot spend too much time.
I guess you need to know what you know, actually, at least.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you know, then what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions, or do we wrap up?
It might be a good time here. We did some 20 minutes.
Yeah. And we're gonna have more jam in the future, and so we're gonna have more question and answer time.
Yeah.
And the topics we didn't talk about are continued in the next jam. And yeah, for that, those who have some extra money to put in, it's very much appreciated if you help us continue these streams. It was very fun, and I hope you liked it. So like let's try to make another one. So we need a little bit more help for the next in money wise, but other than that, we are more than happy to continue these. And yeah, thanks for rating and following and donating and everything. It was it was wild today.
Viewers at one point.
Yeah, about 100. So
yeah.
Question: how does one donate?
How does one donate? Down there is a donate, kind of like a banner. Click that one and it should open the thing. I guess you need,
I see.
Yeah. I guess you need PayPal or something to do that. I should probably like prepare some kind of like a command also to post a link to the chat. So yeah, I will do that one for the next one. And yeah, we stream with Jeff also, like the weeks that we don't have Go Jam, Fridays at 6 p.m. Helsinki time. Like
they're very good ones also. Much recommended.
Yeah, like usually we comment on top pro game, the top European games, and like tell bad things about their Go.
That was nice.
Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, NGD. You don't want to miss that one.
Oh yeah, let's. Okay.
So button here.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to advertise for that actually, because the next league is going to start in 2 days. So if you've been thinking about joining the online league, you play 2 or 4 games per month, and you get all of them reviewed offline. So if you're interested in that kind of program, now would be a perfect timing to join again. So I guess I should write the league page as well. League. So there's more information here.
Right. And also that website has also a lot of different kind of topics and like articles about Go, not just related to any Tsumegos or games, but like some very nice texts also.
I wrote some blog posts about
One donates like
all
this.
Go related courses.
One donut is like this. I like the Finnish TTS. Thank you for €11.86.
I'm getting 5100.
Oh,
Ours.
wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fan
you.
Shao, for €5.
Fine.
Yeah, donation works also after the stream. So in case you are quickly trying to do it here, of course you can. But like, yeah, it works also afterwards. Yeah. So yeah, check out the NGD website also. It's full of nice content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And
Right.
yeah, check out also YouTube where you can find previous streams. I had some accident. Whoa! Oh, Virveli, thanks for €3. Nice to see you. I had some accident with the previous YouTube videos. I messed up the titles and stuff like that. So I fixed them, but if you're confused about like order of the uploads or whatever or titles, that's because I was very tired and I was uploading them. Like, yeah, I shouldn't be tired when I do that. Thanks for following Alpatra. And yeah, YouTube, you can find also the compilations and stuff like that. I try to make the now when I have gone through 2020 streams, I know like a lot of what and stuff. So I will construct some more like learning kind of videos, very serious compared to the fun compilations. So those kind of compilations, and I guess they will
Those are
also
great,
be posted to also to NGD website when I do that. So yeah, kind of like a next season of those. It's easier when I have already like all streams in my memory, kind of like what they have inside and stuff like that, because I have to like go through every stream when I do those compilations. So yeah, yeah, that's one. And then time to hunt down my pizza, like Dusty Paduk says.
Yeah.
You need to make some angry phone call then.
Yeah, my stomach is already like reminding me that somebody has not been eating. Then also you can join the Discord, and also, of course, if you're in NGD and you haven't joined to NGD Discord, you want to join there to talk about food and stuff like that.
The link is the front page of ricodojo.eu if you are a member.
Yeah, if you are a member, you can find it there. Yeah, let's go to see if there's anyone to do raid. Do you have anything to add, Jeff and Antti?
No.
All fine.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any Go stream live, or are we the
Several.
only ones?
Several.
Oh, there are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which one to pick? Do you have any?
NGD game.
Oh, there is NGD game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a game. Yeah, Lia with Yakago.
Yeah. Maybe we should go there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. That's a big one. Huh?
Okay. So let's go to see what kind of games they play in NGD. And we will see probably on Wednesday if I continue the Sherlock Holmes game, and on Friday with Jeff. And yeah, thanks for joining, and see you next time.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thanks. See you.
Thanks. Bye.